Good morning, Reds. It is Thursday, which means it's one step closer to Manchester United becoming Europa League champions of the world. My score prediction today for Manchester United versus Sheriff in the Europa League is 3-1 Manchester United, and I'm going to go Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho and our good old friend Harry Maguire to get on the score sheet here today for Manchester United. 3-1 up the Reds.
Right, so Manchester United take on Sheriff in their second Europa League game. Obviously coming off that disappointing 1-0 loss in the opening fixture. But I guess now is the perfect opportunity for Ten Hag to play a pretty strong side, considering that Premier League football obviously is not going to be played for a while, at least for United. So it'll be interesting to see how United fare in possession in this game, just because we know Sheriff are going to sit back. They're pretty defensively solid. They don't concede many goals. So hopefully the players sort of now understand their game a little bit more and the passing a little cleaner. But I think Christian Eriksen, his creativity has transformed this side, especially when he's playing deeper. So he's going to be the key to unlocking Sheriff's stubborn defence, I think. So that's why I'm going to predict a 1-0 win for United.
Just another quick prediction from me then for tonight's game against Sheriff. I'm a bit hesitant to completely write them off. We all saw what they did to Real Madrid in the Champions League last season. So, they can be dangerous, but I do think that given the lack of Premier League football we're going to be playing over the next few weeks, that we will see a full-strength side tonight from Ten Hag. So I think we will just have a bit too much firepower for them. I think the game against Sociedad wasn't necessarily a reflection of how we're playing at the minute. I think it was more a reflection of the circumstances, so I'm not too worried about that result. So I'm going with 2-0 tonight. I reckon Rashford and Sancho both on the score sheet.
Yes, how's everyone doing? It's Monty David for the Man United Agenda. Big up to everyone at Stretford, Paddock. Doing a score prediction for tonight's game. It's Sheriff from Moldova. They are top of the league, flying high. They're the best team in Moldova, and they don't often get to play top teams in Europe. They beat Real Madrid last year, and that was historic for them, so they'll be up for it against us tonight. I've been watching them. They've got a few fast forwards. The last group game they scored by playing long balls over the top and exploiting their fast guys. They sort of drop back into a 4-5-1 double block when they haven't got the ball, and then look to exploit teams. It's a bit different, isn't it, when you're beating teams up in your own domestic league and then suddenly you have to up level and play against a top team like Manchester United. Yes, we are. We see how they fare. They've got a small stadium, but the fans will be on it. I think we will win though, depending about the manager, what sort of team he puts out. Last time against Real Sociedad, he put out a weaker team and McKola changed a bit of rotation and we lost. So I'm concerned now, will the manager play his best team, look for the points, or will he decide to sort of rotate again? Either way, I still think we're good enough to beat them. I'm just going to say we beat them away from home 2-1.
Hey everyone, Angelina here with my prediction ahead of Manchester United versus Sheriff in the Europa League. Now, obviously, a game away from home. Sheriff on paper shouldn't be too difficult of a side, but I wouldn't completely write them off. I think that they could still test us in areas. But all in all, I think it should still be a Manchester United win. I'm going to go with a 2-0 victory, and I would love to see Ronaldo score both of those goals.
Hi, I'm Solo from the Man United Agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for Sheriff versus Manchester United. It's going to be a tough, very difficult game for us to go into, but I honestly believe we could end up winning this game. I'm going to go with a 2-0 result here. I just want to see the guys hold the ball up a bit better and connect together as a team, and then going into this and then get us our first 3 points in this tournament, because we desperately need 3 points. There's nowhere on earth we can come bottom. This is a tournament that we need to go into, and we have to try and win it, because if we finish 5th and win this, it takes us in Champions League and it's a trophy as well. So all trophy counts. So guys, if you're watching, please give a like, share and subscribe to Paddock. And thank you guys for having me on again, giving my score prediction. Thank you.
Is it me? You?
Me?
Me? You? You?
JF
Me?
Stretford, Paddock. This is the Europa League Watchalong. Joining me are two of my favourite United fans. Mr. Dave Scott, how are you doing, brother?
Yeah, good, man.
I've seen you for ages. How have you been getting on?
Seen you nearly every day.
Hello, what's going on here? Hey?
Get a bit set up.
Have we had enough of each other yet?
Not yet.
Right,
not yet.
okay, we'll test that during this watch along. And also, Mr. Adam McKola, how are you doing, brother?
What's going on? What's
good?
going on?
I'm not into this, you having a laptop, having all the comments and
I've
that.
got
That's
the
usually
power.
my job.
I've
do you
got
know
the
what I mean?
power.
So make sure you let him know.
Joe Tomlin says Dave is massive. That's it.
Fucking hell.
Don't want to burst your
Don't know what he's talking about there.
Talking about another
The rumours are true.
That's the power that I have.
Get involved in the chat in the comments and let us know what you think about...
JPF said,
Go on.
my brother said, he's seen you in Five Guys. Is he waffling?
Mate, the secret's out, man. You know what I mean? We now and again, we like to treat ourselves to a cheeky Five Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were wolfing down that hot dog, weren't you?
Yeah. And then we went to Five Guys. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. The team news is out, as you can see it on your screen. So let us know what you think about the selection. Scotty, can you read that from there? Can you see it?
No.
Right, okay, I'll do it then. So we've got David De Gea in goal. We've got Tyrell Malacia at left back. We've got Victor... no, we've not got Victor Lindelof. We've got Martinez and Varane as your centre-backs. Diogo Dalot at right back. You've got Scott McTominay. You've got Bruno Fernandes and Christian Eriksen in your midfield. On the left-hand side, we've got Jadon Sancho, Ronaldo down the middle. And on the right-hand side, we've got Al Anthony. On the bench, you've got Heaton, Vitek, Lindelof, Maguire. Excuse me. Shaw, Casemiro, Fred, Zidane Iqbal, Ilanga, Garnacho, and Charlie McNeil.
You know, I've noticed Zidane Iqbal has become one of those players where you only say both his names.
I couldn't help myself.
Innit?
Yeah, it was like...
We don't call him Iqbal, we don't call him Zidane.
I had to say the full name. I'm glad you
Although
picked
I
up on
think in about 5 years, he'll be the only Zidane you really think about.
that. I give it 4.
What do you think about this thing where commentators use the first name of players?
I hate it.
Like Jermaine Jenner's always with Trent.
They all do it with Trent.
Yeah.
I don't mind with
Alexander Arnold.
because I say that because I forget which comes first, Arnold or Alexander.
And it's a bit
So
of
it's
a
easier then.
So you know
mouthful.
Trent, it's a bit
Trent,
easier,
yeah.
innit? But I hate when Ari for Kane. Like, is he mate?
Dropping the H.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate when as well as someone that's been in that club and they act like they do know him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're like, they use all the first names like they're mates with him.
Oh,
You know-
Jermaine Genius.
Yeah, you think
Again.
you don't know these people. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, you're about you weren't even there
But
when
then,
they were
you
there.
know what's worse than that? When there's someone that should be biased to a certain club, but they go all the way to the, like Gary Neville.
He does do that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's too nice towards Liverpool, Gary Neville.
And
I
he's
like it.
like, I said this to him before one of the overlaps. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, did you enjoy that game yesterday against Arsenal?" I was like, "Yeah, it was class." But I went, "You need to just be more biased.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being so nice to Arsenal? Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Just
Jamie Carragher's biased, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he loves it when Liverpool win. He makes no bones about it. And, all right, does your head in, but you get it. Do you know what I mean? Why pretend? And they're never going to love you.
Yeah.
It's like Michael Owen, innit? When he pretends like, well, he doesn't pretend. He
It's
just
like who's Gary
don't like
Neville
United.
kidding?
I know.
Do you know?
Do you know what I mean? You're never going to win him over, Gary. Yeah,
Although
so
we run around calling Anthony Marshall Tony and that. Well, I do.
what do you call him? You
Toto.
Toto, that's it.
That's his French name.
Is it? Is it really? He's making this up.
No, it really is.
Hey.
Really
He's
is.
called Toto.
Remember when I called him that in the lift? He was like,
I'll never forget in the lift.
"Well, here's my best mate here."
Yeah.
Like, he was like, "Hold on, he knows me as Toto."
He was all right as
we
well.
must
wasn't he?
be friends.
He won me over them. That 47 seconds in the lift, I was like,
I
do
think
you know
that
what? Let's get behind him.
conversation turned his career around.
I do. I agree. There was a woman there asking him about chocolate and that. Do you remember?
Yeah. He was like, "Excuse me, love. Got a conversation going on?"
Well, we was in Thailand because we was in the same hotel as the players, and like there was people that were just basically just getting in the lift all the time, weren't they, to try and.
We weren't
catch up
staying
with
Did you
each
just
there,
other.
hang around in
snuck in.
lifts?
Yeah. That's what we did. We
Yeah,
just
me and him just
stood
going up
in
and
the
down
lift.
the lift until we saw players, and then giving them career advice. What are you doing wrong, son?
But the scary thing was when I went to him, "So you're staying?" And he went, "Maybe."
I know.
I was like, "Oh shit,
Quick,
shit."
quick, Macca, start recording. It's an exclusive.
We're good like that, you know.
I know we don't.
We
do
could
that.
be a lot worse than we
Yeah,
are.
We,
You know, for like we found out. Remember how the Athletic leaked the news about Garnacho missing training?
Mm-hmm.
We knew that, didn't we?
Yeah, we sat on it.
And we thought, he's a young kid. We've got some morals unlike the Athletic.
Yeah.
Joking. Larry, before you start crying. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
could have, we sat on that, innit? Also, if we release it, people are like, "I'm not going to believe this idiot."
Not going to believe it. And also,
exactly.
like, you know, we know certain people, and they're just not going to trust you again. They're not going to
Yeah,
be
you
like,
start
friendly
throwing
with
them
us.
under the bus.
They know we're not like that. We get on with them. Do you know what I mean? And you're just going to ruin that.
What if these people tell us stuff because they want us to leak it and we just fail to play with
Well,
the
that's
crowd?
their fault for
Like they're telling
trusting
like,
us being too
"Now
clever.
listen, you heard this. And we're like, "Yeah, that's
Did you hear what I told you the other day?
Keep
Because
that
I've not
as a
seen
secret.
it. Yeah. You sure you heard it? I'll tell you again just in case. Yeah, get involved in the chat in the comments and let us know what you think about the team. It's a strong one. You'd expect us to win, wouldn't you?
What you make it? So Mo says in the comments, no Casemiro again. And Jason, the cool kid, are you cool if you call yourself cool?
Is LL Cool J cool?
But he's ladies love Cool J.
Ladies love
So it's
Cool
because
J.
the ladies love him.
I don't think you're cool if you call yourself cool.
No.
It's like them wacky guys who say, I've got a great sense of humour.
I hate
You know,
that. I hate that.
I'm a people person.
Yeah.
I've got two mates.
I'm bubbly.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Jason.
just
We love you,
annoying.
but you're not cool anymore. But he says Casemiro would have been perfect in that midfield diamond. Are you sad not to see Casemiro start? Do you think it's the right thing, wrong thing?
I never ever, right, thought I would utter these words. But McTominay deserves to start over Casemiro.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying long term this is what's going to happen. But McTominay, last four games, has been mint.
Yeah, and I think it gives a good message to the other players that are trying to break into the first team that Ten Hag will keep you in the team, you know, if you're playing well, and it sort of shows us the type of coach he is. I think Casemiro will get bled into the team, and I expect him to be a regular starter over the next couple of months. But yeah, McTominay deserves to start.
Also, just before we went on camera, you were talking about Casemiro, and he's looked a little bit off it, hasn't he? He's not been the Casemiro that we saw at Real Madrid, which is understandable.
Yeah.
But you can see he's not quite there yet. So certainly on merit, I think currently stands, I should say. McTominay's in. What about you? Because you've been quite critical of McTominay over the last couple of years. You think, there's levels that he's not reached, which is fair enough.
Yeah, but I
What
think
have
he's
you
been
made
better
of it?
recently. And maybe he's benefited from us having a defence.
It's a bold
Do you
strategy,
know what I mean?
innit,
Like,
having a defence.
Because beforehand, we
Never
were
catch
crap in
on.
defence. We were all over the place. And I think that has a knock-on effect on your midfield. I think, I still think there's periods in games where I go look at McTominay and I think that's why we want, Casemiro in there or a De Jong in there. So he's not perfect, but he's been a lot better. And I think you'd be stupid not to acknowledge that. And hopefully he keeps it up as well. Because he's got all the attributes to be a good player.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes he goes hiding. So if you don't go hiding, then we've got a midfielder on our hands.
It's a criticism that's been levelled at McTominay quite a lot over the last 18 months, especially on it, that he does go hiding, that he doesn't show for the ball, he doesn't want the ball. But this season, we've certainly seen him turn a corner. And I said earlier on, give everyone a clean slate under the new manager. And what we've seen so far has been brilliant. Other than McTominay, look at the defence. You mentioned in Maka about the fact, now we've got a defence. He did have Maguire and Lindelof in, didn't he, last time round when we played against Sociedad. He's gone back to Varane and Martinez. Are you surprised by that, or does that make sense to you?
No, it makes sense, especially with no games. I think if we play against Palace or Leeds or both, Harry Maguire starts this game. But even then, based off the Real Sociedad game, Harry Maguire shouldn't be playing. You know what I want to talk about?
Go on.
I didn't I know they're called Sheriff and that. I didn't realise their thing's actual cowboy badge. Their badge is a cowboy badge, bro. It's like actual sheriff. Like that's why they're called Sheriff.
I mean,
Are they the sheriff?
they are the sheriff of
The sheriffs of Moldova.
Yeah.
Are we going to shoot the sheriff?
They should go all out and get like cowboy kits.
Yeah. That's what, yeah.
Come out on horses.
I've like
go with a lasso.
swinging doors onto the pitch.
Howdy, cowboy. Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I think they should. No, I like that.
Do you know what I mean? No one's going to question it.
No, they won't. I think that's class.
I've looked, to be honest with you, I've never noticed that until you just point out. So yeah, that is
Juan says, for years we heard Pogba needs better players around him to get the best out of him. Turns out McTominay just needed better players than Pogba. I can't.
Go on.
I can't agree with that. Are Marcus and Dubravka injured, says Fergal?
Yes.
Fergal.
Marcus Rashford did a tweet, I think, earlier on saying that he's injured. Talking about the England squad. He's not in England squad. I think Southgate said there's still a chance for him to make the World Cup squad, or words to that effect.
How's Sancho not in that squad?
How's Luke Shaw in that squad is the big question. I'm a United fan, and that man is a waste of space. He got no justification for being picked as a left back for England at all.
At least with Maguire, you go, wow, he's played 2 tournaments for him.
Yeah.
Shaw's had 1 good tournament for him.
I get the Maguire thing. I get it, like him being in the squad, because I think he's always been Southgate's guy.
Yeah.
And he's always turned up for Southgate. And I think he's got enough almost credit in the England bank, or whatever you want to call it, where you go, all right, he's, like you say, Maka, 2 tournaments, untold qualification and friendlies and stuff, been a big player for him, been a player that's pretty much been in that squad ever since Southgate took over. I understand it. Luke Shaw hasn't always been. He didn't go to the World Cup, did he?
No.
Wasn't he? Ashley Young was a left back in the World Cup. Obviously had a good Euros. Stinking season last season. Stinking season in the game and a half he played so far this season. It does surprise me a bit that he's in.
It's hypocritical, though, isn't it? Didn't Southgate say last year that it would be down to performances for your club team as to how you get picked for the national team, and it just isn't the case.
I think it should be to an extent. Like, you know what drives me mad? Someone will play half decent for Burnley or someone like that, and everyone will be like, oh, he should be in the squad. And then you think, well, actually, even if his form for Burnley is better than, say, XYZ's form for Arsenal or United, there's a reason they're at Burnley and they're at like Arsenal. Like there's a leveling, there's a difference in quality
it's funny
between
you say
those
that
two players.
because it's like when James Tarkowski had a good spell for Burnley, didn't it? And he got an England squad. Do you remember? I think he's got one cap. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but and then there was these people saying, "Oh, you know what? Maybe he should be, a regular." And you're like, "No, he's not."
Ivan Toney's got called up, hasn't he?
But I think there's I think there are outliers to that.
Yeah.
And I think he's one of them where you'd be a quality player for any team in the league, but playing well. I remember when Scott Parker got relegated and he got Player of the Year and all that.
Yeah,
do you remember that? It's like,
huh?
Like there's a reason.
And also as well, as a manager.
What year was that?
I want to say 2000 and...
Was he at Charlton?
If he was, he went to Chelsea in 2003, I think, didn't he?
It's 2002.
Because it was... They got knocked out by Monaco, and Monaco played Porto in the final, didn't they?
Yeah.
Porto, after Jose, had knocked us out, so that was 2004. And I remember Parker, I think he went there in January 2004, actually. If my maths is right, and my memory's right.
How he won that year was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a bit off its head. And I kind of get the idea that you don't want to keep constantly changing your team if you Southgate or whatever, and you've got like a sort of settled team, and then someone's out of form for the club and everyone's doing better. It's like you do have to have at least sort of 5 or 6 players who are regulars.
Base, don't you, to sort of build
and then
on,
you can bring in, say, Ivan Toney if he's smashing it and Marcus's form's dropped off or whatever. You can mix it up a little bit. So I understand that, and I think I'll just be honest with you, I'm not
asked.
Yeah, I'm not overly bothered about England.
Oh wait, he won the Football Writers Award,
Scott
Football
Parker.
of the Year in 2011.
So that's
when West Ham got sacked.
Oh right, he's at West Ham,
relegated. Sorry.
Yes, he was at West Ham.
What the hell?
I mean, the Football Writers Award,
Vidic was Player of the Season. Gareth Bale was Players Player of the Year.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember when City won the league in 2014? Yaya Toure scored 20 league goals, and Gerrard come above him in the Football Writers Award. I was thinking, how is that even possible?
Don't they nominate it early though?
But even if he did, like Toure had, if you look at that season, consistently was fucking mint that season.
Yeah.
Gerrard had a little bit of a purple patch before, obviously, it cost him the league. But I just think, come on.
It's criminally underrated, Yaya. Like
100%,
when we have Keane
100%.
and Vieira chats, he should be there.
He should.
Is that down to his reputation and the sort of some of the hissy fits that he used to pull? Obviously, the birthday cake was a bit of a thing, and then there was stuff with his agent and the stuff he said about Guardiola afterwards. Because he doesn't seem to be revered. I mean, I'm not talking about City, but doesn't seem to be revered as much as the likes of Aguero or Silva from that sort of glory.
Yeah, you kind of need a.
Well, he ain't got a statue,
you need a
has he?
club like fan base to push it, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I agree with you. I think Yaya Toure was
a sensational
superb.
player.
Like, honestly, one of the best. I mean, he was mint at Barca, wasn't he? And then he was mint at City. But you're right. People have that conversation about Vieira. You have it about Keane. You have it about Gerrard and Lampard and Scholes. City fans have got statues of Aguero and all the others, but he hasn't got one at all. It's just like, he does feel like, almost like the Andy Cole of the thing where I see all these conversations about best strikers, and Andy Cole's rarely in that conversation. I think, why not?
Yeah.
By any metric, he should be.
Someone else, I think there was something on Twitter, who's the most underrated player.
Yeah, I seen that
It was
tweet,
Andy
yeah.
Cole, was the right answer. To
Yeah.
that.
Because it's like...
Most goals without a penalty in the Premier League.
Won, what was it, 5 titles?
Also, how many
Champions
English
League.
strikers have won the Champions League?
Not many.
In the modern Premier League era, not many.
Rooney?
Struggling.
Yeah, who else? Scousers didn't have anyone, did
Well,
they?
you have Sheringham, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
But like
Yeah,
non-United,
non-United.
there's none.
No.
And like, look at some of the performances, like in the new camp, in Turin.
Yeah.
Like Andy Cole was
He earned his medal, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Let's have it right. So no, I agree with that. I think maybe like what you're saying about Toure, where because off the field there was these things going on. I think with Andy Cole, he was a bit standoffish with the media. He's not a good PR person in the way that someone like Alan Shearer or Ian Wright are very good on the media and they're very engaged in the media. Cole was his own man, wasn't he? He didn't really go in for all that, did he? He liked to do his own thing. And I think that probably maybe skewed the way some journalists and people look at him.
Yeah, and the way people assumed he was moody and that when he wasn't.
Yeah,
I mean, he was out there singing "Outstanding."
Quality
You know what I
song.
mean?
That.
Great song.
Have you got that? Did I give you the CD?
Yes.
Have you still got it?
You've given me 2
I've
fantastic
two
presents
iconic
in my
things.
lifetime.
You know, it shows how much I love and respect you, Mr. McKola.
Danny Welbeck shirt and Andy Cole outstanding.
The 2 best strikers I've ever seen.
I can't lie.
give
If
you
I
that.
had those things, I'm not giving them away.
Well, do you know what I mean? Keep the talent happy, that's what I say.
When I die, you can have them back.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Thank you, yeah.
But not till then.
There seems to be some sort of tribute here going on with David De Gea. Always he's going through his shirts. David De Gea, this season, what have you made of him?
I was just thinking, he's an Arsenal fan, that fella, isn't it?
He's wearing the Beckham United shirt.
You know, like, obviously it's his job. He does this with everyone.
Right.
So fair play to him. I think he does a good job with it. But if for a job you have to wear someone else's shirt, doing it?
Like, no.
I had to do a video for Sports Direct the other week, and they had us in United shirts and a shorts there. And I was sat there like, this is the worst thing ever. What am I doing? And like, just imagine it being another club shirt.
An ad agency in Manchester.
Who was the sponsor again on that?
Is it CIS?
CIS.
Yeah, CIS Insurance.
Mate.
No way.
Mate, I'd love to see a picture of you
Find a
kidding her,
picture.
mate. That is brilliant. That's up there with that's up there with Ryan Hopper's Beckham film.
Mad sort of Ryan Giggs curly Barney down there. Yeah, I support Blackburn Rovers.
Mate, my missus used to have a Blackburn Rovers kit when she was a kid. I'm always taking a piss out of her about it. Yeah, David De Gea. What have you made of him, Scotty, this season? Because it wasn't a perfect season last season, but better, I feel, than some of his peers.
Yeah, I think so. I think some of the messages that Ten Hag has given about distribution seems a lot better. I don't think he seems as nervous getting the ball out from the back. He's the best we've got at the moment. I think come the end of this season, that we might be looking again for a goalkeeper. I don't think Henderson's coming back. But yeah, on his day, I still think Henderson. I think De Gea is one of the best shot stoppers in the league. But football's moved on from when he was at his absolute peak, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? Because he was quite quick with the goalkeeper situation when he turned out. It was like, David De Gea, he's the guy. And I don't know, I feel like it was, if nothing, it was assertive.
I think it's one that will change, but I think he has been better, but it's not his natural game. The weird thing is, when he played for Atletico and when he first came to United, that was a big part of his game. Being able to use his feet all the time and play the ball with his feet. I know he got criticised for making saves with his feet, but he used to be good, like getting the ball out. He kind of just got coached out of him, I think.
It is a shame. And if you can get that into him and you can get him doing it better, and like you're saying, with shot stopping, if we can see the David De Gea we saw a few seasons ago, then we'll be laughing, especially behind, finally, what seems like so far anyway.
Am I right in saying he's the only player at United now from Ferguson?
Phil Jones
maybe
as
Phil
well.
Jones as well.
That's won the title.
Phil Jones, man, it's like
Yeah, he's still there, isn't he?
last a nuclear disaster.
BK says Ronaldo hat-trick. I can't even read today. Oh, start. That makes sense. I saw start and hat. And Ronaldo hat-trick. Start to a record-breaking winning run, and Adam, back me up here, 21 is coming again.
I don't think you said that this season.
I play my cards close to my chest.
You're waiting for the next win.
I'm waiting for us to go.
If we'd have beaten Palace, would you have said it?
You know what? I say 21 is coming when it's not really coming. So make of that what you will.
Do you think? What do you think about Ronaldo today? Pressure on to score, a lesser team. He needs to get a goal sooner, don't they? I think. He's been looking at quite a frustrated character when he's been playing.
I think for him, yeah, because no matter whether you're Cristiano Ronaldo or anyone else, as a striker, you want goals, don't you? And everyone started scoring, hadn't they? It was Sancho's back in the goals, Marcus Rashford's back in the goals, Anthony scored on his debut, and then, Cristiano Ronaldo's sort of the only one who's not really got in amongst it, and he's the one that you'd expect to, because I know he's not had as many starts as some of his teammates, but he is still Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's had enough chances to find a back on that. But we saw it last season, he had a bit of a bad spell, and then he comes back and starts banging in hat-tricks, doesn't he? So, yeah.
Today's a good day to finish.
It is, you're right, because that is a very strong team we've set out there, or we put out, sorry, against, Sheriff, who, yes, they beat Nicosia, is it? The Cypriot team. In the first game, I think 3-0. They also beat. They've beaten Shakhtar and they've beaten Real Madrid in recent years. So they're not.
It's not like Europe of old, is it? Where you go to sort of countries like Moldova and you used to get like these walkover games where it's 6-7-0. It's not like that anymore.
Coaching's improved in it across Europe, I think.
I agree.
I think definitely. Coaching's massively improved everywhere. Upna Bidu says Pogba needed players to unlock him. I still disagree with this, but I'll read his comment anyway. Meanwhile, Ericsson unlocks players like McTominay around him, which is more useful for a team. That's a question. Yeah. I think Pogba would be good in this team, though.
What's Pogba's best season at United?
2017-18, is it?
What was do you know what the assists and goals were?
2016,
He had like
17.
10, 11 goals, like 15 assists or something.
He's the one with volley in it, the purple
Yeah.
patch of volley where he was on penalties.
But then he was
as well.
also really good in his first season as
Yeah,
well.
I think Ericsson will come close to Pogba's best season this year.
Do you reckon?
I think so. Yeah.
I think assist-wise, maybe
Assist
not
wise,
goals.
he's not a great goal scorer, is he? But maybe free kicks and stuff. But yeah, I think so.
I've been surprised by Ericsson. I didn't realise how good he is.
If Ronaldo scores today, Ericsson sets it up.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice against Sociedad where he kind of looks for the pass for him. I think Ericsson and Ronaldo is going to be a big partnership.
I think that
Big
can help
partnership.
Fernandez as well and stop him trying to do everything all himself. Cause that's
Yeah,
what,
he feels like he has to.
yeah,
that's
when he
his
starts
responsibility.
thinking, right, it's up to me to do everything, it all goes wrong for him, and we see him sort of trying 90-yard passes and 40-yard shots, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Are you worried by Rashford's injury? I can't speak today. What's wrong with me, man?
So like 5 guys you've had. Not really. It's a bit frustrating because obviously he's doing well, but I don't mind him missing a few weeks because let's face
When's
it.
the next game probably going to be?
Derby, innit? 2nd of October.
So it's a good time. If you're going to get injured, it's a good time.
Get
to
him and
injured.
Marshall fit for that. We beat him, you know.
I
he go straight
think
in,
we'll beat
Marshall?
them. I really, really think United will beat
You'll be
them.
right. That'd be. Would you say 21 is coming if we did?
Yeah, I'll be right on
Mate,
that.
that'd be
trust me,
amazing.
I think Marshall coming back into this team, Rashford, we beat them.
I think we do. They don't look as invincible as the
Did you see him last night? I know we weren't going to talk about City for long, but we'll mention it briefly before we move on. Did you see him last night? Mm-hmm. That was. I know this is going to sound dead better. I don't care. That was some of the worst goalkeeping I've ever seen.
Mate.
Like, what was he
From
doing?
that first goal?
Yeah, he went like that, and it just went over his head. Like, it was unbelievable. But like you say, they've not been as perfect as some people have claimed. They've obviously got Erling Haaland banging in the goals, and it's still Manchester City. It's still one of the best teams in Europe. There's no point in disputing that. But they're not quite clicking all the time as they can do.
Are you more confident as the season's going on as to what we can do this year? Because I am. Especially after the first 2 games, I was like, as long as Ten Hag makes it through the season, I'll be happy.
And you know what? People keep saying, 21's coming, being funny. Look, I don't expect us to win the league. But I think if we can get to Christmas and be in that top 4, in touch with all those teams around us, you don't know what happens at the World Cup. Who gets injured, who comes back, a little bit of a hangover. Like, you don't know what happens. I think we could, if you can stay in the mix, you'll be all right.
If
And
you
I
look
think
at how
we'll
our
be okay for
competitors are
4.
playing as well at the moment, got Liverpool have fell off. I don't think Chelsea have gone through the transition with the manager as well, which could play into our favour. I think
And
Arsenal
Potter could be
fall.
out. Like I like Potter, so I think eventually he'll be all right. But he could be out of his depth. For all we know, he could be out of his depth.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see with Potter. It's interesting, isn't it? Because he's done really well at Brighton. Obviously getting a tune out of so many players and making some astute signings, going into that environment with Chelsea with all these big stars, many of whom have obviously won the Champions League and other trophies as well. A lot of egos, having to deal with that, having to deal with this owner who seems like he's just, I don't know, he's playing some sort of video game or something. It is going to be interesting, but I just hope they don't get it right, or he don't get it right, because if he does, then it's another one in our way, innit? Do you know what I mean? Which is, the last thing we need.
Everyone should let City have Kane, man, or Ronaldo. And also, do you know there's a do you know
you wanted him at Old Trafford? Yeah. He went to there and he's having a stinker, innit? Who? Grealish. Honestly.
But Grealish should have been good for us.
Yeah. He just don't fit that system, so I don't know why they got him.
Yeah, Grealish should. I think Sancho would have been great for them. Grealish, not that Sancho's not good for us, but you swap those 2 around. I think there's different stories there. A couple more comments. Top 4 in a trophy will be mint, but it will be hard. Says Hussey. If Rashford and Marshall are fit, who's the front 3? I'll bring that question to you, Scotty, shortly. But first up, let me read this. Member for 22 months, Mark Hatton says, just got in from a horrible day at work. Thankfully, I'm starting a new job next week. Sure, you guys will cheer me up with your usual humour up the fucking paddock. Hope your day gets better and good luck with your new job, Mark. Thank you for your comment. That question to you, Scotty.
So who plays up front when they're
If
all
everyone's fit.
I think given the summer and looking at how we played with Martial, and I expect Martial will probably start up front. I don't see Rashford as an out-and-out striker. I don't think he holds the ball up as well. I think he's better coming in off the wing. For Ronaldo's too old, as great as prolific as he's been in the past. But then you're hoping that it's a Martial that can hit some sort of form. So I think if anywhere in the pitch, that's our weakest position at the moment. So you've got to hope the rest of the team are picking up goals.
What about you? If everyone's fit, who would be in your front 3? And hello, by the way, Andy.
Hello. Long time no see, Adam.
I know, how you been?
I've been good, mate. Been working, keeping my head down. That's it.
You feeling better now with United in a bit of form?
Yeah, I'm just buzzing. I was buzzing last Sunday against Arsenal. just it's a bit controversial. I'm not happy with the fixtures getting cancelled. Well, I can understand the Leeds game, but he could have easily played a Crystal Palace match and switched it to Old Trafford.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
Premier League foreseen
the game's
this.
just ridiculous. Isn't
Now
it?
this could come back to bite us in the season. That's my only grievance.
I think the one thing we can kind of, if we finish top of our Europa League group, and again losing your first game at home doesn't help. But if you finish top, you kind of skip a knockout stage, and that could be somewhere where you can fit in an extra game. But if we finish second, then we've got a problem.
We're playoff, and we're a playoff with the Champions League dropouts. So I mean, our strongest squad, my front three. I mean, I would play Rashford. You play it on form. I'm at Martial and Sancho. So at the moment, they're doing the business. So Ronaldo's got to say, knock a few in today.
Well, you made it, Anthony. I know he's not been here long, but got a goal in his first game, few glimpses.
He's all right. Yeah, he's gonna fit in well. I mean, Old Trafford was bouncing last week. I tell you, it was absolutely bouncing. My dad and my brother were there as well. I've never seen my dad so happy in a while. Absolutely buzzing, bouncing.
His debut goal, though, it was you couldn't ask for a better one, though.
No, you couldn't.
And he looked like he enjoyed that. Celebration was great. It's everything you want a new player to know. I don't think I've ever seen a player kiss the badges early in his Man United career.
He went very early in it.
Yeah.
It's like telling a bird you love her on your first
I know,
date.
yeah.
Hey, I love you. Yeah, I just want you to know.
Yeah.
I know we're in Nando's and I've just
Can I have the bill? I love you.
It's not the peri chicken that's making me do this.
I absolutely love you.
Do you go Nando's on first dates then, Mac, or is that your sort of go-to?
When I was
Splash out.
18. I haven't been on a date in about 15 years. It's been a long time for me. I'm out of action. Wouldn't know what to do anymore. I was thinking that the other day. I don't know how to speak to people anymore, you know.
Yeah, it's a new world with all the apps and stuff.
The way people
Everyone's
are.
in the phones now. It's just like there's no such thing as a conversation in a pub anymore.
Yeah.
There's no, like in the old days, that was it. You have a pint, you talk about anything that's going on in the world, but now everyone's in the phones.
How did you meet your missus on there?
Blind date.
Blind date?
Bloody hell. Nice. No, that's not. That's Bruce Forsyth. Is it Cilla Black?
Cilla Black, yeah.
What was it? What did she used to say? Ta-ra, Chuck and all that?
All right, we got a lot of laughs tonight, Chuck.
Did you have a...
Surprise!
Did you have a lot of laughs on your first blind date?
Oh, yeah. It was, I think it was...
They're joking, but someone in the comments have said, Andy, she must be blind.
Brutal.
Low blow. What do you say to that?
15 years. Fuck up, stew on
that. Andy, what you made at football? What you made of the football?
Who's that guy who said it? I'll go around and hunt him down.
Oh, no. It was Jay in the comments. He's just over there.
He knows me better than that.
So the game with you lads is a ritual at some point, Sean says. Well done, Andy, says Liam. What are you made of the team so far in the football and everything that we've seen? I know we beat Arsenal, but it wasn't vintage, was it?
Patchy. It was patchy.
Patches,
It was patchy against Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal played the better football. I would say they had a 10-15 minute spell second half. They did well, but controversial. But that's Arsenal for you. So we took our chances well, and we put them away. I love Eriksen. He's got to be, out of free transfers out the last 10 years, he's got to be one of the best.
Freebie as well.
Yeah, freebie as well. I mean, was it Jose was looking at him? Maybe was it?
I think every manager's looked at him. Since Fergie,
previous year, like 2017, say 18 season, Jose looked at him, but he went to Milan.
Remember that year we played Ajax in the Europa League, and they came to Old Trafford and they were singing Three Little Birds and it was mint and all that, and Ajax passed us off the park. Eriksen played for them that day, didn't he? Did I imagine that?
Was it? Did he go Spurs after that? Didn't
Yeah. I swear they passed us off the park that day. It must have been then, because Eriksen was mint, and then we played Bilbao and Herrera and that.
Yeah,
yeah.
Was that Marcelo Bielsa's Bilbao?
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, memories of the Europa League. That's when we were too good for the Europa League. So we used to be like, we're in it, but we're too good for this. So
we were too busy going for the league to even care about it, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were duking it out with City.
No, but then we did get shown up a bit. Yeah, Ericsson did play it. I was there. Says Liam. It was 2012. Says actually. So yeah, that was when we were knocked out. So the game today, we need to win. Obviously, is this a competition you want United to take seriously, Andy?
Yeah, I do. I want to take all the cups because as much as I want to get giddy about challenging for the league, it ain't going to happen for a long, long time. But you take the cup competition seriously. I mean, what a nice summer May week where you win the FA Cup, you finish top 4, and you win your Europa League. None of your rivals win a trophy either.
That's a treble, isn't it? That's what they call a treble nowadays.
Cup double, top 4. So
that's a treble nowadays.
Look on some Mourinho and Pepe is, I suppose. Yeah, but I would love a week in May like that. Top 4, FA Cup. Bring a lot back of memories for me because that's when I got into United, 82-83, FA Cup final. A lot of emotion, a lot of memories.
Which was the 83 one, the Whiteside one?
Brighton. Whiteside was 85.
Oh, yeah.
So I was 10 and I went
before
to
my time, that.
Yeah. Not many 10-year-olds get to go to Wembley.
Babies. I mean, I was born in 90s, actually.
Yeah, so I would say 2 cups and a top 4 finish, or even 5th on 2 cups.
I'd take 1 cup, anything. Give me
I'm a greedy bastard.
I'd take a league. I just want to be at Wembley singing, Que Sera Sera and that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You agree?
Just a day out, innit, man?
Even a semi-final?
Yeah, because semi-finals at Wembley, aren't they? I'd take anything. I can't see us winning 2 cups, but if I was given the opportunity between top 4 and Europa League, what would you do there?
Oh, Europa.
Yeah, it has to be Europa.
If it's a choice, Europa.
Europa and finished 8th.
If it's 8th, I'd rather.
That's a hard season.
I'd rather
finish
4th.
I'd rather finish 4th.
In my mind, I thought we finished 5th.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I can finish in 4th and 5th, muchness. But if you're gonna win a trophy and get it, you may as well have that trophy.
And Champions League is with it as well.
Because Stockholm, even though it was Europa League, it's still a great day.
Where's the final this year?
Hungary, isn't it? Somewhere.
Is it Budapest?
Or is it Poland?
You're just saying random.
No, it was Poland. It was Poland
European
last year,
countries.
wasn't it?
I think it's Hungary.
League final 2023.
I think it's Hungary.
It is in Puskás Arena. Yep, Hungary, innit?
The next final is in Ireland. So
we want to be in the Europa League for that, then, don't we?
No, don't want to be in that. But if we dropped out of the Champions League following season, I would take a piss up in Ireland.
I've got a feeling this year an English team drops into Europa and we play them at some point. That can happen,
Celtic or Rangers, maybe.
Oh, I'd take that all day long.
Celtic Rangers.
Remember the Ibrox? We played at Ibrox with...
Could have Chelsea. You never know. Could be Chelsea.
Remember Rooney? After his transfer request.
Oh, yeah.
His first goal back was against Rangers, wasn't it?
Yeah, some United fans run on and celebrated with him in the corner. I remember that.
It was the collar shirt, wasn't it? The white
collar.
collar.
2010-11, yeah. The Aeon one. Still got that.
That was a... I loved Rooney, innit? Rooney was proper underappreciated, innit?
Yeah. But it was just, it was that sort of month, wasn't it? Something was up, then he come out with that bombshell, so like, bloody hell.
He was right, though,
Yeah, in hindsight, at the time, I was mega pissed off at him wanting to leave, but then you look about the comments that he was making about investments into the team. Hindsight's a beautiful thing, and he was right in everything they were saying. They wasn't getting the investment around him. We were letting Ronaldo go. We're getting frigging...
He wanted
Mesut Ozil.
Yeah. Remember that City fan outside the Etihad, wearing Rooney 10?
Yeah, and the tattoos they were getting.
Yeah, the tattoos and all that. He's like, yeah. I mean, that was one of his best seasons. He dragged us to the Premier League. I mean, we only won 80 points, wins you the league.
Was that him and Valencia season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Him and Valencia were he just kept crossing them onto his head.
We won the league.
He had a wand of a right foot that year, didn't he?
We won the league with 75 points. I mean, I won't even get you nowhere these days.
It depends how competitive the league is. Like Liverpool and City have only done it because everybody else has been so bad, I think.
Yeah, because Chelsea dragged it back to the last game.
I think it will
home game, didn't it?
I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be lower than it has been previously.
Yeah, I think it's been below.
It'll be mid-80s. Yeah. It'll be mid-80s for whoever wins the league.
Or maybe City get 89 and their nearest one's like 77. I wouldn't be surprised.
79, something like that, yeah.
Why is the Champions League final in 2024 in Wembley again?
Money.
We got to go to Wembley, do we?
Money.
It's a bit shit, that, isn't it? No, but Wembley can't make UEFA have it there. It's just weird.
I mean, I just want to take me out to the Rangers fans last night, telling UEFA where to stick it and singing the national anthem. I thought I was bang on and good on him. That was a nice touch last night. Liverpool disgraced everybody the night before that.
Andy, let's not get into this conversation.
I'm saying it.
Me
I've
and
said
you might start disagreeing live on air.
Disagree to
I'm
agree.
anti-monarchy, so
That's fair enough, mate.
I wouldn't be singing.
I'm
that.
keeping my BBC hat on and saying absolutely out of this conversation.
Surprise!
Me and Andy just going to have a chat around the corner.
And on that, I bid you adieu.
Now, what do you think the score is going to be today?
I'll take a 3-0.
We'd all take a 3-0. Do you think it's going to be 3-0?
I think it's not going to be easy, but I think if we're our strongest side, I think, 3-0.
Nice.
Because we need to let's say, we need to win all them games, and that return leg in Sociedad will be crucial. If we can go level with them, we can win that. We're top of the group. Like you say, the second place is a dice. And it's roll of a dice if you want to carry on in Europe.
For sure. Cheers, Andy. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Fabrice Joseph, welcome to the academy. We got through that without getting cancelled. How great was that? Me and Trevor Sinclair would have been chilling together tomorrow.
We'll be hearing from Andy again at half time.
Me and Trev down the job centre tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Where to next?
I know. So we talk about Sheriff.
Is it Sharif or Sheriff?
Sheriff, I think.
Sharif's that fella that lives down the road from me.
Oh, man, Sharif.
That's what you were saying last night on the live.
What?
Sharif, he runs the mosque.
Sharif. I was trying to be cosmopolitan, but I was just being stupid. It's Sheriff, innit? It's got to be with a sheriff's badge on the logo. Don't know anything about him, really, to be honest with you. So there's my analysis.
Yeah.
Have they got anyone?
They've beat Real Madrid in the past, haven't
yeah,
they?
but have they got, like, usually with some of these European teams, they'll have, like, someone who used to play in the Premier League or someone, you know.
Got a right back
who's
called
United.
Kiki that I heard about 20 minutes ago.
That's the one you mentioned.
Yeah, it's the one Drake sang about.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So no is the answer. We don't really know much other than they've had a few good results. Yeah?
Yeah.
Fine, we'll go with that.
How are they doing in the Moldovan League?
I believe the top of the Moldovan League.
Is there like 4 teams in it?
Oh, here's a fact for you.
Go on.
They only came into existence less than 30 years ago, but they've won more than 20 league titles.
Really? That's amazing, isn't it? Hey.
You've been to Moldova?
I might have just
Wasn't
made
it?
that
Wasn't the final?
Have you just made that up? Have you? Listen, I would have believed you because I ain't got a clue.
No, they were founded in 97, so,
Right, so that's
I'm
20
halfway there.
So that's 25 years.
Wait, they're owned by... Hold on. FC Sheriff's owner is called Sheriff? Are they owned by a sheriff?
I'm guessing that if he owns a football club, he's not a sheriff.
Oh, it's the second largest company in the unrecognised breakaway state of Transnistria.
Transnistria. Right, okay.
More geopolitics on Stretford Paddock.
Geopolitics for the insane.
Let me have a look
Right.
at this. You don't have to stay quiet while I have a
Yeah,
look.
I'm waiting. I asked some facts there about 10 minutes ago.
Fucking hell.
Of the production team, and they're just getting blank looks. Thanks for that. Thanks for helping me out.
Where is Moldova?
It's
when
Eastern
at home?
Europe, innit?
No, yeah, that's easy though.
It's near Ukraine.
They used to be part of the Eastern Bloc, like
Yeah.
USSR.
Yeah. So, what was that? Have we got some help? The stadium's called the Sheriff Stadium.
I mean,
thanks.
they've just
Yeah.
run out of
Yeah.
fucking ideas.
Yeah,
over
I mean,
there.
oh my God.
We're called FC Sheriff. Our stadium's
Tell
called
you
Sheriff.
what.
Our owner's called Sheriff.
Hey,
Their goalkeeper's called Sheriff.
let me have a look at some facts about Sheriff.
I'm looking for who's won the most titles. Yeah, they've won 20 titles. Mate,
Go on, man.
bang
Knowledge.
Really?
That's
They've won 20
proper
titles
good
in
knowledge,
25 years.
How long's
Right.
the Moldovan League been going though? So I don't think that's been. I don't think that's been.
The
in
capacity.
existence that long.
I've got some for you.
That's a good point.
The nickname.
We started
Oh,
by
yeah.
two.
The capacity is 12,000. Thanks, I've got that in front of me. But thank you anyway.
Do you any Reds that are going out there, Jay?
Yeah, I'll sort of know a few of the lads that going to Stretford and are down there. I mean, it's not an easy one, is it? Moldova.
No, I think many have gone for via Paddock, haven't they?
But as Mac said, 1996 they were introduced to the Moldovan B division, and now they're just smashing it, aren't they? With all those titles.
Polly says, was that a royal correspondent update from Andy Tate? He is our royal correspondent, yeah.
Is it?
He is the king of
Nice.
full-time Devils,
Nicely
to be fair.
done.
Yeah, true. How serious is the Bellingham news? What's the Bellingham news?
Well, there's rumours last night that United have got a good chance of getting him.
Florian
in the summer.
Plettenberg, who's been on the channel,
I'm sure people are just making their names up these days. But yeah, go on.
He was at the Athletic. I think he does the Sky Deutschland now. He was saying there's a very good chance of either
Fluent
us
German
or...
there, Jay.
Sorry?
Fluent German there.
Thank you.
Love that.
Thanks. You know, I've got a
Multilingual.
got a GCSE
Reds.
in it.
Have you really?
In Germany. In Germany.
You've got, what's your English one like?
Terrible. I've got a D in German, but it's
F
still
in English.
Yeah, an F in English. What was that stat you had up there? Then I was going to read it.
It
and
was
it's
about
gone.
like they've not been allowed to play any games because of the Ukraine war.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Bang on,
right?
mate.
Do you know what I mean?
Disgrace this.
So we're just seeing highlights here of when they battered. How do you say that?
Ammonia.
Ammonia.
And
Ain't that stuff
that's
that?
it, cleaning stuff.
Yeah. Is it ammonia? Is
Is that what dead bodies smell like?
ammonia?
No, that's something else, isn't it?
Poison smells like bitter almonds. Tastes like bitter almonds.
Almonds.
Yeah.
Poison does.
Yeah. Is it arsenic? I think. Yeah. So if you ever taste that in your brew, be worried.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be worried about you. You never make one.
Oh, shots fired here. Do you know what he said to me the other day when we
Made
were
a
doing
brew
Scotty
today,
and
have
Motty?
we?
He went,
From the bus now, aren't you?
yeah, he gets here. Right, I've been here prepping the show for an hour. He turns up 5 minutes before we start, makes a brew and moans at me for not doing any
No
work.
way you prep your show
I
for
do.
an hour.
He does.
Right, don't
I've seen your show.
Do you know what?
Wow.
Broke the mic now, you fucking dick. Idiot!
Sorry, we can't all have big productions. Oh, I'm on the McKola work on the kickoff. Oh.
We don't have big production.
Pathetic. eh? Do you know what I mean? Just because we're working class.
Grassroots podcast.
Grassroots podcasting, yeah? We're not about the money and the views. Yeah? Thankfully.
Who needs sponsors?
But if you are interested, Scotty and Motty's back at 7 o'clock on Monday. Live
Subscribe
as always.
to Scotty and Motty. The link is in the description below.
Thank you. Right, so we've established we don't know now about Sheriff. And we've got a very strong team, so we should batter him, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I think so. Paul Scholes is cutting a happier character recently, isn't he, on TV?
Oh, Andy Tate's made us all a brew. Oh, no, he's not. He's
Mate,
made
that
us
is-
all-
That look suggests otherwise.
Wow. Can I have a glass
Can
of
I have
water, please?
I'll have a cup of coffee if that's all right, Andy, please.
Thank you. What are you saying there?
I'm
about
saying
Scholes?
Scholes seems to be cutting a bit of a happier character.
Do you know what
these
I
days.
love now, right, about the pundits and everything? This whole Solskjaer and his mate saga. I'm not saying I don't like Solskjaer. I mean, it was so boring when you used to have like this whole thing going on. They won't slag him off because he's the mate, and then you'd have other pundits slagging them off for not slagging him off. And the class of 92 won't say anything about him, and Gary Neville and all this nonsense. And it just got very boring.
They used to lay into him a lot.
I know. And it was just like, what are you on about?
And then you see the same people now defending Steven Gerrard.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Writing articles.
Worse
about
record than
Carragher.
Gary Neville at
Carragher,
Valencia.
yeah,
Give him
Carragher.
more
Oh,
time.
ridiculous.
When they've spent a load of money, they're rubbish, and they're on the worst one, like you saying, what Gary Neville had at Valencia, and it's like, oh, he just needs a bit more time. Based on what? Yeah, it's very hypocritical in it sometimes. But what do you make of Owen Hargreaves? Watching him doing punditry, he's a weird one, Owen Hargreaves.
I like
'cause,
Owen Hargreaves.
Yeah, people sort of understate how important that season was.
I really like
Oh, he was a great player. Like,
Yeah,
His free kick against Arsenal in the rain.
mate.
How good was that?
Was it?
Remember,
Barcelona.
Ronaldo wanted to take it.
Yeah, and
he told him to move.
Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, Mr. Tate.
Yeah, just a little bit of milk, please. Thanks,
We'll be
Andy.
hearing from Andy at half time.
My leftover beer's not made it to this week. From last time.
Don't look at me, bro. I don't know. They might. It's probably still in the fridge.
You have
Are they,
beers on
are
the
they in the
phone?
fridge?
Yeah, you can do it.
I'll order some
Well, I
beers.
can't now. I was a bit late.
Well,
Pop
why
out.
am I looking at me like I'm the bartender? You want to drink
I
beer?
didn't get the brief.
You lot can drink beer. We just don't like Steve when he's on drinking rum.
Well, because he makes you drink it. Steve's that kind of fella, innit?
Do you
Yeah,
remember
you've
when-
been sober for 10 years.
do you remember-
Just have one. Just have
Do you
one.
remember what happened when we did the Spurs? Was it the LASK game? And it was me, Macca, and Steve on it. And he went through like 2 bottles, and he's like, "Lads, we've gone through 2 bottles here
Of
tonight."
rum?
Yeah, we're like, me and Macca haven't been drinking. You just drank 2 bottles on your own. He was like, absolutely steamboated. Yeah. Was saying earlier about David De Gea, about the defence as well. We've not really spoke about, you mentioned Luke Shaw, not really spoke about Tyrell Malacia. What have you made of him? Because you say there how Luke Shaw, you're pretty much done with him. Have you been impressed with Malacia? Do you think he's
Massively
been an
impressed.
improvement?
I'd never heard of the kid before he started. You're a diamond, nice one, pal. Thank you. I'd never heard of him before. Sorry, Jay.
It's all right. That's an interesting bottle opener you've got there, son. I'm all right for a bit of
Will you
cock.
take the wooden penis off me? Pass the penis to McKola.
He's all right. He's got a.
It's like a
Sabuto.
dildo from like the Stone Ages, isn't
Right,
it?
yes, filth, pure filth.
You want to start sponsoring? Get like,
Love Honey emailed me the other week.
Did that?
Yeah. Said they wanted to sponsor me.
They want to sponsor you.
what's love, honey?
It's like they sound like dildos and that. Don't know what that means about me.
What, they want you
But
to
he
sell
looks like a
dildos.
Hey, who better to sponsor us than that knob?
You've noticed everyone calling me a pussy in the comments. What's going on here? He's perfect ambassador.
Yeah, the adverts write themselves. There you go. Hey, that's class. Please do it. Please say that's sponsored.
How would I do it? I thought about it and then I said no because I'm not like some people in this building that will just take any deal that comes their way. I thought about it and
Thanks, Andy.
the first thought I had was I could get Joe involved.
Oh, Joe.
Like that's
Joe.
right
Yeah.
up Joe's street.
He loves it.
He'd do the whole advert for me and everything.
Yeah, he would.
So I did think about it and then I thought, nah, let's not.
He does look like a bit like a sex guru, don't he? Joe Smith.
Joe throws himself into the adverts.
Like you can
as
imagine
well,
like flowery beads. and
So that what you're saying about him looking like a sex
flower
guru.
chain. Do you not think?
He looked.
You've seen many sex gurus.
He's one of them fellas. Have you ever been Goa?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
He's one of
that
them
is exactly.
fella on
yeah,
the beach.
yeah, exactly.
Playing the drums with a few braids in his hair because, he's a hippie now.
Yeah.
And he's been in Goa for a few weeks. He's one of them fellas, the middle class kind of Etonians.
He went to India. Went to India to find himself.
And all he got was a drum.
Yeah.
And didn't wash his hair. Jesus. Yeah, them man are weird, man. They're all over the place in Arjuna. Yeah, it's weird.
It's a very sort of dumb thing in it for like you saying them posh people to go doing that sort of thing.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not posh.
No,
I mean,
you're
it's
the opposite
better
of posh.
than people coming to the country and just pillaging it and stealing everything, I suppose.
That's true. Very true. Is it as good as a summer in Greece?
Possibly.
Did you get more out of going to Goa or that time we worked in Malio?
What do you mean? Got more out of it spiritually?
Spiritually, but
I had more spirits in Malia, and I got more
about to say,
spirituality.
spirituality
in
wasn't
living
really
in Asia for a while.
big thing in Mali, was it?
Used to work in Malia together.
Yeah, we worked together. In
What's the
England,
maddest
and then we worked
thing
over
you've
there
seen?
together? In Malia?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where we
What's
live-
the story you always remember that? There has to be one story you always come back to.
I don't know. We can talk about them. Go on. What's the one that you always think of? Because there was all sorts that went on there.
Yeah, there was a lot that went.
I love how
you put us
every
both
time
on the spot.
when you asked him that, he had loads of flashbacks.
Yeah, I was
and then he
just
just
thinking-
went.
I'm thinking, do I want to tell any
I
of these
know.
on camera?
Well, there's a story going through his head right
Yeah.
now. It's like, I can't think. Jed's, this is a super chat, so I've got to read it out, unfortunately, Scotty.
What's that all about?
What's that all about? He says, has anyone ever told Scotty he looks like Scott Tracy from Thunderbirds? I can't see it.
No.
I've never heard that one.
No.
No.
Thanks.
You ever been told you look like?
Scott Tracy from Thunderbirds. No, not.
You've been Dick Tracy, right?
Dickhead.
Yeah.
Many a time.
See, I set him up. You like him now.
What's the worst lookalike you've been called? When someone says you look like someone, what's the worst one you've had of them?
Someone told me I look like Drake, and I was like, fuck.
Drake?
I was like, fuck.
The rapper?
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
I think you know what it is? People see a little bit of a tan and
Yeah.
a beard, and I get compared to just any brown person with a beard. The other day, there was someone in the back of a fan cam someone was doing. I'm like, oh, Adam McKola, is that you? It's like, do you want me to comment, are you racist? Just to make you feel awkward. Because I'll do it if you want.
Yeah.
No, but like, just some random brown guy with a beard. Oh, Mac, that's you.
Mac, yeah.
It's like, poor man.
What's yours, Scotty?
The worst one.
Yeah.
The one I hate getting.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaacs.
Oscar
It's a
Isaac.
terrible one.
That's terrible,
Yeah.
getting compared to that Hollywood film star. He's in a lot of films, isn't he?
He's doing
He's
the
a
rounds,
handsome
isn't he?
man, though.
Exactly, he's a good-looking chap.
He's a handsome man.
We've got this is Scott Tracy, is it?
It's not.
I mean, that's nothing, yeah. We're just looking at that, and he looks nothing like.
It's the light skin with the dark hair, so people think, oh yeah, that's you.
I've been called worse.
I've been called. You know,
Your
my
kids
worst,
have called
my,
you worse.
My kid, yeah. I told you my one, didn't I? My daughter in the kitchen.
I'm scared.
No,
Go on, tell me.
she was looking over her shoulder, I had her hold over, and she's going, "Daddy, Daddy," and pointing at something. I looked over my shoulder, and it's a packet of Uncle Ben's.
She's like Tony Soprano. She collapsed after she's seen it. How racist is that scene, by the way? How racist
When
is
he just
that?
lays into him, he starts saying all these racist things. It's like,
And then he sees Uncle Ben's and faints.
where he says, I want to get into, he goes, my family work in films, and he goes, what, old Tarzan movies? What? And he goes, no. Like it's a normal question. Oh my God.
Who is your favourite racist?
Your favourite racist?
That's a very good question.
Mine's Tony Soprano.
Yeah, good one. I don't know, you know. There's so many to choose from, isn't there?
Rod Atkinson.
No, I mean...
John Terry?
John Terry. The thing with...
He's my most hated racist.
Yeah.
John Terry. Do you know what I hate about John Terry and his racism? It's the spinelessness of it. It's not like...
Do you want to own it? Do you want to own it?
Yeah, Ron Atkinson said, right, I'm not, obviously, disgusting what he said, but he went, I said it, I shouldn't have said it, I apologise. Yeah? John Terry went down the whole, like, oh, well, I didn't really say it. I was repeating what I thought someone had said to me.
Someone said my grandfather.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. He's my favourite racist. It's my grandfather. It's quality. Yeah, I hated all that spinelessness about it.
Someone says the guy who plays Kramer on Seinfeld.
Oh, Michael Richards. That's a good shout. Yeah.
Michael Richards.
Not Michael Richards. No, Michael Richards. He had a meltdown in a club and started just being racist to some hecklers.
Roy Chubby Brown? Anyone?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Roy Chubby Brown, to be honest with you.
My nan used to have his videos.
Yeah.
It's worrying, isn't it? But I was her favourite.
Was you?
So
It's weird how you have these relationships you have with some of your grandparents. So difficult to work out what goes through the mind.
someone said Del Boy. Del Boy's.
Nah, I don't think.
They do say the P shop.
Del Boy in the.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have to censor myself to say that, but I said
I
it
don't
once
think
on
you should.
Twitter and I got banned.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I remember that.
Remember?
Yeah, 'cause you went after the racists.
Yeah.
By saying that you're like to them,
You're just a
this.
token.
Yeah, and then the racists
He got
went
me
after
banned.
you because they were like, right, okay. Funny enough,
That
I got banned
Pulsio.
off Twitter for calling someone out on their racism towards Evra. That's mad.
Did you call him a honky when you did?
No, I didn't call them anything like that. I just went, you like the hypocrisy here because they were. You remember when I think it was Ryan Brewster or whoever spoke up about racism, and I went, it's good that you're backing them. It's a shame that you didn't have this attitude towards Patrice when he was saying it. So it wasn't
we
even
go
like
to the other
that
view?
bad. But then they were like, I got this thing on Twitter. You can't tweet for 48 hours or whatever.
We've kicked off, by the way. Can we have full screen?
It's a nice pitch, that, isn't it?
Is it artificial or did I imagine that?
I
What
don't
colour
know.
are we wearing?
White.
We got a white kit. Oh yeah, we do, don't we? It's like the 99.
I
We're
hope
at the
so.
kit launch, right?
Have we got a white kit? He says, watching us kick the ball around in a white kit after we've been at the kit launch. Yeah, we have got a white kit. Do you know what annoyed me about that kit launch?
What?
I don't think people sometimes like understand who these people are. Like when you got Brian Robson there, and he gets like a bit of a response, but it's a bit like,
Well, the sort of lack of respect for the
Yeah,
series,
like-
though.
I hate. Oh, so
Like, that's Brian
what do you think of
Robson.
Anthony Martial this preseason? Why are you asking Brian Robson
I
that?
know, like that is arguably one of the greatest midfielders ever, if not the greatest. And it's like I know it's a generational thing, but it annoys me because like other clubs proper big up their players that were never as good as Brian.
But it's weird though, because I mean, even though we were watching United in the 90s and 80s, we were still aware of the players that went beforehand.
No, it's true. Yeah.
And we didn't have the advantage of the internet either.
No, there's no excuses. Yeah, do your own work. Andy Tate will be on at half time to tell you how good Brian Robson was.
Is it bad that you know when we lose Europa League games, it's just like
Just shrug of the shoulder.
We shouldn't
Well,
be
not
here.
now. I think it shouldn't be because of the last one we lost. We need to win this one, really, don't we? And also the fact they put out a strong team. Come on.
Yeah, he needs to come out with a great performance and a good result.
I don't think he had a choice though because of all the games getting cancelled. He kind of had to play a strong.
Isn't it mad that England have got 3 of our players that can't get in our team, and Brazil have got a couple as well, haven't they?
Really?
Well, you think like Fred and Casemiro have gone to the Brazil team, haven't they?
What are you making of Delors this season?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Same as McTominay getting that sort of
After the
resurgence
first,
of
yeah,
career.
after the because we like Delors, don't we? We've got a lot of time for Delors. He's a good kid, and
Because he messages us on
yeah,
Instagram.
and he
Is
and
the
he-
long and short of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is it. And he did an interview with Macca in the mix zone. And honestly,
So
we will
basically-
defend him forever. Like,
We're
that is
the
it.
simple
Right.
people.
Yeah, we are. Like, if someone is nice to us,
So what Fred needs to do is slide in your DMs, Jay.
if Fred slides my DMs, right, I will.
I don't want to say it, but Fred broke my heart.
Oh, yeah, no, it's deep. No,
It's deep?
Don't go there with Fred. It's complicated.
Is it?
Yeah, not with me, but Macca, we don't want to talk about it. But Delors always been. It was quite awkward, right? Because Pereira's another one, and Pereira used to like our messages and messages. And
I used to message him all the
Yeah,
time.
and this happened whilst he was genuinely awful for United. And it was like I saw so many videos and go, he's a good kid, Pereira.
He means well.
Yeah, as he was dropping a 3 out of 10, I go, do you know what? Like, it's just the system doesn't suit him and that.
Twatty went over the bike. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's all right.
He's all right, though, you know what I mean? I like the kid. He just needs to
Needs
find
someone
his
to unlock
form.
him.
At least
Yeah.
we're not like Steve, and he asks everyone where they live.
Don't.
So where
Don't.
you live?
Don't. That is the worst thing I've ever seen on social media. Do you know what I mean? It was. And we don't go into it.
If I received a DM of Steve asking where I live, I'd shit myself. And I'm his mate.
If one of my kids received a DM, I'll still asking where they live. I'll have something to say about it. Yeah, it's not the one, is it? Well, this is the thing as well. Like some of the younger players, like our posts and stuff like that. And Steve made a good point the other day, and we've all sort of stuck to it anyway. Like with younger players and academy players, we never criticise them because the kids are coming through, and we try and get behind them. Once you get into the first team, then yeah, you are going to be
Weird,
a bit
and
more
it's
analytical.
like he who should not be named used to message us for shout outs when he was like 13. How sad is that?
I know. It's a different world now, isn't it?
Crazy world we live in.
It is.
Guys, get hitting that like button on the video. Get subscribing as well. The game has kicked off. We're 4 minutes and 25 seconds in. It's still 0-0. 10 arg out, eh?
Yeah, disgusting. Can't even beat Sheriff after 4 minutes. Fraud. Absolute fraud. How impressed are you with Eric Ten Hag?
I half wish I went to this game because why else would you go Moldova? All due respect.
No, man. No, no offense. It's just one of them, innit?
It's a long ass journey.
It's like I went when I went to see CSKA Moscow. I was like, why else would I go to Moscow?
Yeah, but I mean, Moscow's is a city with history that you're aware of. I imagine, vodka and shit.
Vodka and shit. Hey, you like a modern day Michael?
He knows
Palin.
his audience. Doesn't he, when he's
vodka
here?
and shit.
There's so much you could say. Just
Vodka
and
revolutions, Tolstoy. There's a lot going on, but I don't.
Yeah, that's a kin upward trajectory.
Yeah, but I don't know much about the Moldovan exports. Mine is Sheriff.
No, I don't know. I'm sorry. Get involved in the chat in the comments.
Where's the worst away that you've been to in Europe, Adam?
Midget land.
Yeah.
In Norway, is it?
Yeah, like I don't know if that was because the hotel I got put in. Like Chris booked the hotel. It was like a prison, like genuinely like a prison. Felt like I was on D block.
Really?
Yeah, like it was horrible, bro. Like barbed wire outside your room and shit. And then there was no internet. Like not even. I don't mean during the game. I mean anywhere. Like there was just. I never had nothing, bro. And it was just shit. I remember couldn't get a taxi at night. Couldn't get food. Like after the game, starving.
Yeah.
Like because everything was shut, it was like you ain't getting food. So yeah, probably wherever Midget Land is.
Mate.
It's in Denmark, innit? But I can't remember what part of Denmark.
No,
it was
it's in there.
Well, I've been to a few good ones. I like Brussels.
You've done a lot of ways, haven't you?
I like
A lot
Brussels.
of European ways.
I've done a few in Holland, Spain, Munich.
I've not been to a game. I didn't go to a game, Brussels. I've been to Brussels and love the city.
Great.
I went to
this year,
I went to the
Brussels.
Club Bruges game.
That is, yeah.
And we've played them twice, haven't we? Because we played them when we had Memphis and that, and then we played them more recently, didn't we?
Right.
Because I think I've done that twice. And it's mad because I never had a ticket, I just walked into the ground.
Did you?
Yeah, and it was crazy because I think it was Bruges where around the stadium, you know how they normally put like a block on if you haven't got a ticket, you can't get within a mile radius of the stadium. And you could see people like hopping over people's fences like near the stadium to get close to the ground, like without tickets and that. And I remember we just thought, all right, let's try and get in somehow. We've walked all the way around the stadium, which took ages. But then the part where Brussels fans were going in, you could just walk in. Like, it was just open like everywhere, and we just literally walked into the stadium. It was mental. The Midgetland game as well, it had one of those stadiums where you could walk around. Like, you know how Old Trafford, you can't walk from that stand to that stand. I remember we just walked around the whole stadium at the end of the game and then walked through the exec bit, saw Bobby Charlton like in the thing. That's when I went up to him and had a picture with him.
Right, okay, yeah.
And he acted like I was bothering him. Even though I'd only just seen him, he acted like I'd bothered him half an hour earlier.
What do you mean?
He was like, didn't you ask me for a picture? I was like, what? No. I kind of don't want this picture anymore. It's the other one.
My mate Ian met Bobby Charlton at United once, and he's got a picture of him. It looks like he's holding fucking Bobby Charlton hostage. I've never seen a man not wanted to be like a photograph. Yeah, I'll try and find out at half time.
You hear like people say, "Oh, Bobby Charlton can be a bit cantankerous," shall we say? But when I interviewed him a few times when he was a kid, he always seemed all right.
I mean, when you're older as well,
yeah,
and he's always with his wife,
yeah,
you must just get to a point. It's like, just leave me the.
He did a fan cam once, didn't he?
Yeah, for Steve.
I know. Yeah, I can believe that.
Like day, Steve didn't give him
shift.
It would be me going, do you mind, Sir Bobby? Yeah. And he'd go, nah, or he'd hesitate, and I'd go, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Steve just be like, what?
So tell us about this game. Shouting at him. What? Who are you? What's this? Yeah, remember that. Preston won it. Preston away.
Ben said, I saw Adam in PSV when Luke Shaw broke his leg. I was high as a kite on that trip, man.
Was ya?
A good trip that was.
Mate. Horrible game, that. They gave the
it was a horrible game.
The geezer man of the match, didn't they? He broke his leg.
Really?
Yeah.
What was his name again?
I can't remember.
Do you think how much do you think that injury has affected his career?
I don't know, because
it's an easy excuse to go back to.
Like, it can obviously, those sort of injuries can ruin your career, but he came back to a level that was the same, if not better, than his pre-injury level, and then sailed off again.
Hector Moreno.
Thank you.
Do you remember the guy who broke Beckham's foot? I know his name. Do you?
No.
Aldo Duche.
Bet you.
Aldo Duche.
You're obsessed with Beckham, you lot, weren't you?
Yeah, I love Beckham.
You and Steve.
Aldo Duche.
Yeah, what do you reckon with
more
Shaw?
like douchebag?
Do you reckon it has?
No, because like I said, it was showing that the performance levels were there after the injury.
It's like with Malacia, right? You love Malacia. And it's not like he's mad gifted beyond Shaw's capabilities. He's got so much more effort and energy that if he does, like when he got, was it Saka who went past him and he gets back again and makes a tackle, do you know what I mean? He does that all the time. He's like, he just doesn't give up.
It's quite an indictment on Luke Shaw that Malacia is how old? 19?
Go on.
Something like, maybe a little, but a 40 million euro
has come in straight away and like shifted you from your place. What do you do if you're Luke Shaw now? Look for another club.
I mean, the thing is, if you knuckle down the ability you've got, you can get back in the team.
But he doesn't. But that's what I mean. How many times have we said that about Luke Shaw?
Well, if I'm Luke Shaw, that's what I do. But
because it was Bradley Williams, wasn't there beforehand? We were talking about replacing Shaw. So it's always been a position where we've looked to improve on.
It's mad, yeah, because you're right, because like Brandon came in, and you had Tellez came in as well, and it is.
No one's been really convinced.
This is proper your dad stuff, yeah. But like Luke Shaw as well, he doesn't seem like someone that enjoys football to me.
Ronnie was saying that the other day on one of the videos. Ronaldo Brown, he was saying the same things. He just looks like he don't
it's his job.
Like it.
Remember Ben Foster, where when he came to United and he was like, "Fucking hell, they take football way too seriously over there."
It's almost like it's serious, yeah.
Like you know what I mean? It's like I imagine he's one of them. Like, whoa. What do you mean?
Like, training? Yesterday.
I think it was like that though, Gabriel Batistuta, he really doesn't like football. Like once he finished the game, doesn't watch it or anything like that. No interest at all.
That has made me change my opinion of it.
Yeah,
I love Batistuta.
He's into polo and stuff.
Ben Foster just announced his retirement. I mean, he did that a long time ago, didn't he?
Breaking
I mean,
news.
once he put the GoPro in
Hey,
his net,
breaking
he
news.
announced his retirement.
Ben
then, didn't he?
Foster has announced his retirement. So
Where were you when you heard that news?
it's probably, the most seminal news we've had all month.
I cried when Ollie retired. I mean, Ben Foster retiring.
I know. I don't know what to do now. It's knocked me for 6 out. Can we change the thumbnail, please?
The day he decided to put a GoPro in his net was the day he retired.
Yeah, of course.
Isn't it?
Yeah. He's, it is what it is. Ben Foster's biggest contributor to Manchester United is being terrible in goal for the 4-3.
No, that's not fair.
I
He
don't
had one
care.
good penalty shootout
All right.
against Spurs. Was it against Spurs?
See, we can't even remember that.
09. League Cup. Yeah.
Was he in goal
Ben
for the
Foster
final?
retired and then Roger Federer retired. Just took the shine off him.
Bet Roger Federer's gutted now.
Yeah.
But he's like,
we go.
fuck's sake. Aye. The 09 final. Was that final as well?
Remember the
I forgot.
iPod one? Video iPod. He was watching a video iPod.
Really?
Was it that?
Do you know what I remember? The 09, was that when we
I
were
think
on
I
for
just
the,
make things up
when we were on for like the quintuple or whatever? We were on for we'd won like the Super Cup or whatever it was, the World Club Cup, and then we won the League Cup, and I thought, we were on for 6 trophies or 5 trophies. So I remember being at that final, and when the penalties, because you get excited for penalties, don't you? And then when I think it was Anderson who scored the winning penalty, and then it's just a bit like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those were the days when we used to win
It's
Champions
like,
League.
we got Norwich on the weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big deal. Now if we win the League Cup, bloody hell.
Aston
imagine
Villa
if
was
we won the
09.
League Cup?
Michael Owen
Right.
scored.
Won the League Cup, you want bus parade down
Yeah,
Deansgate.
100%.
So which one was the one where Ben Foster saved the penalties against Spurs?
Yeah, it would have been 09.
11. 09 was Owen against Villa. And we got a penalty. Remember?
No. Was it? No. I thought 09 was Spurs in the final with Harry Redknapp as the manager. I can't remember.
What job did Ben Foster do before he was a footballer?
No.
Chef. Is it really?
I remember
you
when
not know that? Was
because
it-
when
yeah.
United signed him, they made a big thing.
He just looked like he could work.
Oh,
in
he
the
used to
kitchen.
be a chef, and now he was I remember the big thing of that.
Do you win anything for that? No.
Yeah. You in a...
Oh, here we go.
Penalty.
Penalty.
He's rid him like Buckaroo, you cunt.
He should have controlled it better, though, to be fair.
He's all over his back.
There's Drake's
No, he
guy.
won he won the League Cup in 09 and 10.
Try to avoid, which I'm trying to.
You don't leave though.
Nice.
Oh, well done.
Have I got a tick by my name?
No, you don't get one for that. It's all right.
I think it's an absolute embarrassment that we're implementing rules.
We're trying to bring a bit of decency.
It's not a
It's
penalty.
soft, that.
It is a foul.
You should bring it down there rather than let it bounce.
I don't know, actually.
It's a foul. It's Kiki as well.
Do you love me?
I think it is a foul. I think you're right.
But it's not a penalty though. You know them ones? Them fouls that are never given as pens.
Yeah.
His shirt's like the 99 one, innit?
You are?
His shirt's like the sharp view
Yeah,
camera,
yeah.
99. Still got that shirt.
Have you? Andy Tate's got it as well. See, I've hardly got any of my house shirts. Give them away.
See, Andy was a good age then to still like. I'm fuming that I was a kid when I got them shirts.
Right.
So unless I get my dad's one that he's got, which he doesn't like giving
Yeah.
to me. He's like, oh, yeah, you're gonna lose that, are you? Alright, yeah, I'll lose it. He let me take the 99 one because I got it signed up for him, didn't I?
Did you? Did you get it signed by?
I've got it. Giggs, Scholes. No, I haven't got Scholes on it yet. Giggs, Keane, Irwin, Cole, Wes Brown. Oh!
Go on, lads.
Sancho there. Oh, it just got away from him.
Wes
Was
Brown.
unlucky.
There's about 7 or 8 on there. That was a good move by Sancho, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been better this season, hasn't he?
Played,
That's
hasn't
me.
he?
He's done well to get to that one.
He does that thing where he steps on the ball and kind of straightens his leg. That stuff scares me, you know.
Yeah, because one defender goes through him, that's you done, mate.
Played.
Nice
Played.
passing.
Have a crack, son. Oh, played.
Oh, and again. Oh, get him! What a goal!
What
Great
a
goal.
Southgate, suck on that, you prick! Yes!
That was a great
class.
goal. Eriksen's pass there, though.
Yeah.
That was a great goal. Go on, Reds.
How many assists is that now for Eriksen this season?
I'm not sure, actually.
Can we
Was
get
that similar to the Liverpool goal for Sancho? Did he cut back then?
He just made it look easy. It looked like he was proper chilled when he did it.
Or did he eyes him? That's a pass. Yeah, he was kind of similar, isn't it?
Yeah. I've sent
What a
through
pass
some
that.
pictures, by the way, to live producer.
Get in!
I love the fact you was giving it Southgate as well. I forgot about that.
I hate
Completely forgot.
Southgate.
I know, I've noticed that on your Twitter. You don't like him, do you?
What is there to like about him, though?
I'm not saying there is. I'm not going to defend him.
proper
I'm not
beige.
that bothered.
I also think, whilst England has statistically done very well, yes, he's given them the platform to do that, but I think another manager wins things with that team.
Yeah.
Like Italy shouldn't have beat England.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Italy shouldn't have.
No.
Like, that Italy team shouldn't have beat England.
If you look at the context of the game as well, the Croatia game in the World Cup was there to be won.
It's only 2 assists for Eriksen, but he's had a lot of pre-assists, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You know, where he plays the pass before the pass.
He's still only one assist behind Grealish his whole time at Man City.
Really? Wow.
There's a tweet for your socials.
Might be Madras.
Someone said, please refer to Scott as McCante from now on.
What?
McCante?
McCann.
Oh, like Kante from Chelsea.
Yeah, you could do that.
I mean, I'm the last one to do that.
If you see Scott McTominay in the mix zone, you're going to start shouting at him.
No, I don't
Like,
shout at
you
people.
know me, and you're going to start
Call him.
chanting his name and all that.
I had a feeling he didn't like me that day. Don't blame him. Ivan Toney needs to be signed for Man United, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
You reckon Brentford would take Ronaldo?
I reckon Ronaldo would love that chance to go to Brentford. Right. Next stage in his career. And he'd been offered something ridiculously stupid.
Saudi
Saudi
Arabia,
Arabia, like 200 million a year or something.
How do you say no to
I
that?
know.
Because that money's still going to be there next season.
Yeah.
That's not going anywhere, is it?
That's true. He could be 41
Yeah.
and get that
Yeah,
42
yeah.
in it. It's like Mayweather. It's like you don't need to jump yet. You get that
Yeah,
chance whenever
yeah.
you want. I also think if the World Cup wasn't coming up, he probably takes it.
I'm still surprised no one came in for him. Like, no one. Big
Money,
that-
wasn't it?
that he was happy
Wages.
with. Yeah, I know. I get it. I just thought.
I think
just
Atletico were probably the only one that really wanted it.
Yeah.
And it kind of got X'd off. Because I think they had the players they could have moved. Like, you get queue of clubs coming for João Felix, don't you? If
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
made available.
It's one season, though, isn't it? It's a massive outlay for what you're going to get.
I would have
Yeah.
liked to have seen that, you know, Ronaldo at Atletico.
Yeah.
Him and Simeone. Ooh.
For him to play against Real Madrid would have been interesting.
Yeah, the deal there, I've seen the deal was worth 211 million a year.
No, you never read
Saudi.
it properly. An incredible. You
An
have to say that.
incredible,
Yeah.
yes.
Use your notes, Jay.
An incredible 211 million pounds a year. Right.
An
A
astonishing.
mouthwatering. Yeah. An eye-catching. But he don't need that anyway because he's playing in
Have you seen
Moldova
that-
for
Did
United.
you see the comedian that kind of commentated over news clips and said they've run out of things to say on the BBC News?
Oh, no.
And it was like, he was sat there going, the Queen's favourite Pokemon was Charizard and all that. Just saying, and like the way his voice sounds and that, it sounds legit, bro. And I was sat there thinking, no, they've not really said this on the news, have they? And I had to scroll through the replies to see he was joking. Like, I genuinely thought he was being serious.
Did you see the one that had been clipped up with the music change?
No.
What's the tune? Feels like we're in heaven.
Really?
And then yeah, like they did like they put like a dance tune on the back of it.
Oh.
But it was
Do you
so
know-
well. It was so well done. I went like, they've not done that.
Do you remember the Prince Philip announcement on the radio?
Oh yeah,
that.
in between like the techno.
Yeah, if you remember that.
And then you have like that electronic voice.
Yeah, it was,
Breaking news:
from
Prince
the
Philip has
Buckingham
died.
Palace has announced that Prince Philip has died.
Techno.
There's no like comment. It's just literally like I've got to say this, so I'm going to say it. And then back to the techno.
These are these are a bad team, you know.
No,
I thought that was it.
I did.
David, you can't. You know when you protect, you going like, hey, that's going wide.
Yeah.
That's going wide. Seaman done that against Ronaldinho, didn't he?
Yeah.
When he went,
Yeah. It's going over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hit. Did that clip the post?
Don't know, you know. Like you say, no, they're not. The no mugs.
No.
They did beat Real Madrid last season. Philip says, didn't they beat Real Madrid last season?
Yeah.
So, ipso facto, we're better than Real Madrid.
So we are the best team in Europe.
Yeah, basically champions of Europe. You'll never sing
Champions
that.
of
Real
Europe
Madrid.
playing in Europa League.
Yeah, makes sense. Say that. You didn't used to like the Europa League, did you?
I fucking hate it. I tweeted as well, like,
I remember that clip.
I
with
can't
Dinner
be
House,
asked
like,
with the Europa League.
yeah.
And, like, because I was just in a mood.
Yeah.
And people were like, oh, if I fucking see you at Old Trafford on Europa League, I was like, all right, fucking calm down. I'm allowed to have a moan, you know.
People proper lost their minds over it. And it was like, I think it was the end of Watchalong, and it was like, we're going to get in the Europa League, and you're like, I've had enough of this.
I fucking hate. Yeah, I do hate it.
I do hear you, because like,
I think it ruins your league campaign as well.
Yeah, I was doing a shoot for BT Sport a couple of seasons ago when it had come out that United weren't going to make Champions League football, but we're going to be in Europa next year. And a player, I'll tell you off camera, but was really upset because it was going to ruin his Saturday night of travelling down from Manchester to London because he couldn't go clubbing. That was his major frustration.
Oh mate,
he's not at United anymore. There's a hint.
You can tell us.
Well, you just said we don't throw people under the bus.
Well, he's not at United anymore. We don't care.
It was Dwight York.
He's into beans.
Father of the year, Dwight York.
Father. Is that because he did like multiple babies in a year? Is that what it means? Like he birthed.
Do you remember when the Sun used to do things like that? The scumbag, Shagger of the year and that. Like,
Shagger of the year?
Yeah. He used to be like, Russell Brand, you're Shagger of the year. Hey.
Do you know what?
Fight. All right.
Fuck off. Yeah.
Don't be getting jealous. Don't be getting jealous. Look at.
Imagine that. You've got a girlfriend and you win Shagger of the year.
Yeah. just going to go get the papers.
Do you want to come on stage with me for this one?
Yeah.
No.
You know. What's the award? From Love Hunter.
Wait. They didn't actually sign a deal with me, so can we stop saying that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. We're giving a lot of publicity.
Yeah. They did sign me.
You
though.
can get dildos from other places.
Yeah.
I'm so glad Anthony's got that goal early. He's one of them players, you know, if he didn't get an early goal.
Yeah.
And the press would be
Especially after all of the meal people made about the being too much money.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Do you reckon it's one of those grounds where they're either all die hard or
they're not asked?
There's a lot of United fans in there.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's a lot of United fans, isn't it? Because the one Ten Hag asked by the local press, will Ronaldo play tomorrow? Because most of the people turning up just wanted to go to see Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. I imagine like when we went on pre-season tour, like the hotels and everyone at the like waiting for the players were mental. But I imagine if Ronaldo was there, it would have been.
Yeah. There's a lot when we was chatting to people when we was in Australia.
It must have been disappointing.
And said like they knew people who got tickets who weren't even necessarily United fans, just wanted to see Ronaldo, and because he wasn't coming, they'd give the tickets away or sold them or whatever.
It's weird,
It's
that,
just
isn't
like-
it? We take it for granted, I suppose, don't we?
Mate, we've been so like, even when we think about some of the players we've got to see over the years, or opposition players we've got to see, just as a byproduct of following United is mental.
We were talking about that last night, weren't we? Like, what player did you always want to see from an opposition point of view?
R9 and I got to do it. R9.
You said R9, didn't you?
Yeah. I seen
We
him
had
score that
that game. That was the same game.
And I
Soft,
joined in
yeah,
like,
mate, yeah.
I was like buzzing because R9 was the one, because obviously we got to watch a lot of Italian football. Again, it's having it free there on terrestrial TV, innit?
Great days.
Like that allowed us to kind of know.
that was
Like even when I think of Battistuta, Inzaghi, like without Channel 4,
yeah.
I don't have that knowledge of. That,
Especially
you know
when my dad had one of them chipped skyboxes that never worked. That was last time I got into Italian
so
football.
whenever I stayed at my dad's, that's when I'd get to watch WWE and that.
So how far out is this free kick?
How far away?
You're gonna say that. I thought it was miles away, but he's lining it up in a.
Oh, it's a good hit.
Not a bad
Had a
effort,
good
that.
shape on it. You know what I got this morning delivered? It arrived. That new Ajax shirt. Did you see the one on the wall yesterday?
Oh yeah.
I've got both their away kits
Yeah.
this year. It's so nice.
Yeah,
And I got last year's. I feel like it's acceptable to wear them to United
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we've got all these
Yeah.
Ten Hag and
Yeah.
Well, we've got
Anthony and Lissandro.
Matt, yeah. You'd be
We're allowed,
alright.
innit?
Yeah, you'd be alright. No one's gonna mind you about that, are they? Do you know what I mean? Are you gonna test that further? When's the next home game now?
For when we play Ajax. Yeah. Just wear a United shirt. Sorry, Ajax
Did you
shirt.
see that picture that was going around when they were playing Liverpool? And I think, but it came out there was an old picture where it had like "We hate Glazers," but it had like Ajax and United.
Yeah,
patch.
Really?
Yeah.
Ajax hates Glazers or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's decent. That.
Van der Sar doing the Lord's work there.
Liverpool turned up with Glazers in, didn't they, the other week?
Oh, what a bunch of
I know.
And then FSG out was trending.
Yeah.
Dickheads. Patrick says favourite Phoenix Knights moment up the paddock.
Oh, Phoenix Knights, man. So many in there to choose from.
One of mine is where, you know, what's his name? The United fan. He's always at games.
Justin Morehouse.
Justin Morehouse.
Yeah.
And he's done fancy dress as Meatloaf.
Yeah.
But they flash him and they go, "Hey, Mandy Dingle!" That's one of my favourite. It's just a little thing, but it's one of my favourite bits.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
the
love
little
that
things.
got-
Or piss kick,
He's got-
side kick. Like, just little.
I love Infinite Nights when he gets caught on his stair lift.
Oh, that's the best. Yeah, that's why I
You
love
must
that.
have shit yourself. He said, "Oh, thanks a lot, mouth."
Who goes, break in. What, with my back? Hold your foot, you clown. That's the best.
Oh, lovely that.
Come on. Bruno, man. He treats the ball like it owes him money. And that's the problem.
He's always got that edge, hasn't he?
Ronaldo needs to play for a team where he needs to play for Stoke and that now. West Ham. He needs to play for direct Route 1 teams. That's who
Yeah,
he needs to
target
play
man shit now, isn't it? Yeah, I
Imagine.
agree with you.
He's the best
Cristiano
target man.
Ronaldo, the Stoke City is.
The longer he goes on without scoring, he's playing himself out of the team.
Yeah.
Do you think he's becoming a hindrance now? Because there was all that talk when he signed last season, wasn't it, that he can't play pressing football or, you know, he slows the game down and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously his goals fought against that narrative. But now when you watch him in this team with a more sort of progressive manager, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I think there's a case to be made there, definitely. You've seen how we play without him. It's also, I know it was only like 45 minutes or whatever against Scousers, but Martial looked like he could do the job that Ten Hag wants of him.
He looked like the world's greatest.
Yeah.
Rashford, who, you know, he's been amongst the goals, it looks like he can without him. I think the real test for Ten Hag with Ronaldo is if you have a game where Ronaldo's on the bench and, you know, it's close or whatever, and you don't want to bring him on. Do you know what I mean? Where you go in, nah, I'm not even going to bring him off the bench here because, you know, it's bats to the wall or whatever, and I don't want to upset it or whatever. Then you might have an issue because if Ronaldo's not even getting it off the bench, he might then spit his dummy out because, to be fair, so far, I know it's not been all plain sailing, but he's been playing the role. He's been asked and he's been coming on. He's been trying. It's not like he's down tools. You can see the efforts there. And the thing with Ronaldo is, even if he doesn't like what's going on, he always wants to score goals just for himself. He'll want to increase his record. He'll want to get amongst the goals no matter what. So you're always going to get that effort from him to try and get in the goals. Against Arsenal, I think when we were 3-1 up or whatever, or in the last minute, Bruno didn't square it to him.
He was frustrated, yeah.
He went like it was, that was the game or whatever. So I think, you can see how it works better without him, but at the moment he's still doing a job. And I think we still need him just because, we've got, McNeil's very young, even though I rate the kid, and I think he's going to have a very bright future. Martial's had the injury problems, and there's still a bit of a, question mark over him after the last couple of seasons. And Marcus, again, he's injured and playing down the middle is not where he's played most of his football over the last few years. So we certainly need him around at least as an option.
Do you think in January we'd look at a striking option? I know January is, especially after the World Cup, some people put themselves in the window. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Won't it? Someone has a good World Cup and then we get
and
the new
Ronaldo could after the World Cup, he could be open to different moves.
Yeah.
Maybe that Saudi move becomes
more
a better option.
Especially if he's not getting the game time at United.
I know we keep going on about Tony, but he's an obvious one. I think the trouble is with the amount of money we spent in the summer and with these moronic owners, they'll be like, "Oh, that's it now. You spend loads of money in the summer. We're not going to spend more."
I feel like Brentford. I don't know what I think. I don't think they're a club that go 100 mil. I think they're a club that take 50, 60.
See that. I think he's worth it.
Oh, mate. Yeah, he's worth it.
Because he's not just had one good season. He's obviously, in the Premier League, he's had a good season in a bit. But he's scored goals wherever he's gone. And he's progressed, hasn't he?
How old is he?
He's 20, I want to say he's 25. I might be wrong there. In fact, let's have a look. See how old he is.
Thomas says, good evening, gents. Hope all is good with you all tonight. Just in from 7-a-side. Missed the goal. Can't get it in the Netherlands. Who scored? Sancho scored. My team got stuffed 4-2. His team got stuffed 4-2. Sad that. I mean, Jay gets battered every week, so, could be worse.
No, you still play him?
I'm more motivational.
Under quotational.
Motivational speaking is more my thing. Great ball. Keep it going, boys. Keep this champagne football flowing.
Keep it away from me.
Ivan Toney is 26. So
perfect age.
Yeah, and just consistently scored and progressed as well. He was at Northampton years ago.
He's had to fight for it.
Yeah. Very similar to
he's gone up the pyramid.
Vardy's trajectory, isn't it?
Exactly. And you look at what he brings to his team as well. He's good at dead balls, and he's scored a cracking free kick the other week, didn't he?
I think he's got so much. He can be the
get it.
Oh, I just needed to touch that.
Who was that? Rafael Varane. He can be the striker that plays a long ball game. He can be the striker that plays a passing and moving game. He can drop deep and get involved in the build-up, or he can stretch the defence. I like him, I think he's perfect.
I feel like I don't think it would happen, but I'd have him, and I think January will be the time to go for him as well.
Yeah, because if he has a good season, then there's something.
He might have got a World Cup and do something, but regardless of that, yeah, you're right. If he has a good season, and in the summer everyone's looking at it.
I suppose it depends on what Brentford's end game is, because I think they'll stay up how they've started.
Yeah.
But if their intentions are to push on to Europe, it's like, would they be in any rush to sell him then?
Someone asked, what's your favourite Wire quote?
It's the one where Stringer Bell sees the guy taking notes, and he says to him, after he goes, "Is you taking notes on a criminal fucking conspiracy?"
My favourite's the McNuggets one.
What's that?
About the geezer that made McNuggets and that.
Yeah.
Mine's when Bunk goes to McNulty. There you go again, giving a fuck when it wasn't your turn to give a fuck.
I've just started watching that again, actually.
Oh,
it's so
amazing.
Good. I love it when with the serial killer thing that McNulty's done
with the teeth.
And Rolls goes when they call him in the office. He goes, "You're not killing him yourself, McNulty, are you? At least tell me that." It's so many good quotes from The Wire.
It is. Is it the best TV series?
Gone headset.
I think it is.
He says it is. I say
Sopranos.
But if you ask me on a
both
HBO,
HBO,
you might get a different answer. HBO's elite, isn't it?
Absolutely smacked it with that, and they were both out at the same time as well.
Very similar. I think Sopranos first, wasn't it? I think 2099.
Yeah.
And I think Wire was 2001.
Did you ever watch The Corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good, wasn't it?
A lot of the cast was in it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh! Off the line.
No, he's not got his thing.
Why's the ref pointing?
Oh. No, you get that thing, don't you?
Carl says, big fan from Beirut, guys. How boring is this, man? I need Premier League football back ASAP. Yeah, it does hit different, don't it? But we're winning, so can't complain, I suppose.
I've always wanted to go there, though, you know, Beirut.
Have you?
Yeah, it looks like a top city to go to. Nightlife and that.
It's one of those
Yeah.
places, isn't it?
I don't know a lot about it, to be honest with you, but one for your list.
Yeah.
Favourite Sopranos quote?
Oh, that's a good question.
There's too many in it. There's way too
Yeah,
many.
that's the trouble.
Oh, fuck, I've got it. It's like,
You sent it me the other day.
What the
The Chrissy and Paulie. He goes, when Chris says to him, "Didn't you ever worry that, like, or didn't you ever think that nothing good had ever happened to you?" And he goes, "Yeah, nothing ever did. So what?
So what? Nothing ever did. Yeah.
I watched that episode.
June's thing. That's the Legend of Tennessee multi-song.
Yeah, you
That's
sent
a
me that
great
clip,
episode.
and I was
Ref! It's been given.
Ronaldo.
Anthony. Yeah, you know when June says, what does he say? He's a sea hare from owning the whole of North Jersey, and I am that sea hare. That's so good. What the one I messaged you the other day was because basically I got a problem where I just watch random Sopranos episodes all the time.
That's not a problem. It's a good
problem.
problem.
I watched one the other day, and he's at a funeral of that woman, and he's chatting to the lads, and he goes, "She gave me my first blowjob behind the chicken store."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Me and Vincent and all that," and then he goes, "Whoa. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm at the woman's wake." It's like, Jesus Christ.
The Pine Barrens has so many good quotes in it as well.
Mate.
Interior decorator.
He's an interior decorator, really? His place looked like shit.
Well, what about, so what? No fucking Ziti now? You know when he finds out...
That's not the first one.
That's the first episode.
Pilot, innit?
I like the, was it
So he finds out his
cunning
grandma's
lingus and psychiatry brought
us to this. Yeah, that's a sick one.
Come on, Ronnie.
Scoring noise missing.
That goalkeeper got a polo top
Comes
on.
to see Ronaldo.
It's going out after Raven. Tuck it.
Spanked. Right down the middle. 2-0.
There you go. Ronaldo breaks his door.
Do you think goalkeepers like when Ronaldo scores past them? So they can say, "Oh yeah, I played it. Ronaldo scored past me once."
So he can dine out on it.
He becomes
He will be.
doesn't it?
He'll be known through Moldova
think
now.
that's like Jamie Theakston with Maradona.
What, in soccer, eh?
Yeah, because I was watching that. Went to see it. Jamie Theakston was in goal and Maradona scored a penalty against him. I think there's one.
Can you imagine
That's
Maradona being a
that's
dressing
the height
room
the
with,
height
like,
of Ollie
fucking
Merge's
Che
career
Guevara?
is Jose Mourinho tripping him up.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Ollie
Can't
Merge.
stand Ollie Merge.
Block me on Twitter.
How have we got
That's it, yeah.
as a
I used to always have a go at him for having tickets to finals and that.
He's got a massive head in.
Yeah.
It's like
So what the fuck you going to the
love
game
the-
for?
I love the battles.
Where
that
were
you
you
pick.
at fucking
Yeah.
Ipswich at home?
We're all getting
Where were
chumped.
you?
Yeah, because he didn't do that thing for the Olympic ceremony, did he, in Manchester? And then he said he was ill and he was spotted at Anfield the next night, so when everyone was kicking off. And then he said it was because he changed his set list. All right.
Did Ronaldo
You
just
see when it was
sue?
that false bomb scare or whatever?
Yeah, when he
and
started
was
live tweeting from
Selfridge's,
Selfridge's toilets,
wasn't it?
the Armageddon was
Mate,
coming.
from behind a sofa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just heard a gunshot.
Yeah, and it was a car backfired, you absolute dickhead. Get a grip, eh?
Everybody wants to be a hero, really, innit? You know, everybody wants to be part of that news story,
Yeah.
innit? Like, they want to be involved.
I know. But you think, like, if you want to be involved in a positive way. Like, find out what's going on.
So
or
shitting yourself down the
shitting
sofa.
yourself and hiding behind, you know what I mean?
Here I am hiding in
Section
Selfridges to find some new pants.
Yeah. Run, save yourselves, run, quick.
Also, like, why is people's first instinct to tweet, bro? I don't, you know, like, that's
Yeah.
one of the things I can't. Like, some people's first instinct around everything is to tweet or
yeah,
post it.
And now I'm
I
just
don't
about
get
to
it.
give CPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is weird.
Like,
And
that
it's
rapper got shot the other day in LA. It's sad because the only time I hear about some of these rappers is when they die, which is crazy. But like, he got killed. Someone's recording him on the floor, gasping for breath. It's like,
That's fucked.
what's wrong with you, bruv? Like, what is actually wrong with you? Like,
Is
and
this-
then to post it.
There's
Like, there's levels to.
Was
tweet
it was
things.
it there was was it like one of the Tower Bridge or whatever where people were finding out because people were posting pictures on Twitter of people they knew who'd been, you know, ran over or whatever, and that's how they were finding out. And you
Yeah,
think,
imagine like that rapper's your cousin. or
yeah,
something.
and like you'll find out because he's trending
On
on
Twitter. You see
And
the
think, why
video
is he
of it.
trending? Oh, he's dead. Or
Oh,
he's
there's a
dying.
video of him on the floor.
What? Yeah, it is grim. That I'm not into all that.
Jacob says, cheers from Baltimore, lads. Love the wire
Yes.
chatter. Happy to see some goals, considering we're waiting a bit for Premier League. We're going to wait. It's going to be worth the wait because we're going to beat City. I've got a feeling
Beat
about
City,
that.
and you're going to bring back, well, not back because it's on now, but Premier League piss take on the Monday is going to be biblical.
When we beat City?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just bring Premier League piss take back and the Premier League pisses off.
Oh, man. Perfect time for it as well. We just beat Arsenal. Yes, Premier League piss take. Now we've got Palace and Leeds coming up as well. I'm like, yes, that's tailor-made for it.
I know what this guy's doing, yeah, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Go on.
I'm going to fall into his little trap.
Go on.
All right? Says, Adam, be a legend and give my brother a shout out for his birthday.
Go on.
He's called Ben Chord.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Of course, you know, that's one of your favourites.
I pulled
His brother's Ma Chord.
See.
I pulled up the car outside Mum and Dad's house yesterday and stopped these lads playing cricket, and then they started like shouting at me and they're like, Benchwood, and looking at me and started laughing between themselves as though I didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, but that is basically an act of racism if you stop people playing cricket.
Is it really?
Yeah, proper is.
I can't have any Tory sports near me.
Oh, controversial.
I love street cricket.
Although it is a Tory sport here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Like
very we didn't play
when I was
cricket.
doing the research for my documentary on Asians in football, I assumed the numbers were better in cricket, and they're like, when I did the research into it, it's like it's as bad in cricket.
Yeah.
Like really, there should be a lot more Asians there too.
Did you
Because
play
a lot of the
cricket? Did you play
clubs-
cricket at school then?
We basically this makes me sound really good. I used to be a good cricketer, but I never used to want to play it. So the teacher used to beg me to bat. And I used to be like, sir, I ain't fielding, I ain't doing no shit like that.
Just rolling
I'd be
into
like,
bat.
I ain't standing in the field all day. And he used to say, just come and bat and then you can do one.
Really?
But that's because I was like a good footballer. Like, me and the PE teachers were cool, you know. And
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, you should have fell over
I
there.
was thinking that. Say that one. Going nowhere. So far, so easy, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's been running a mill, which
I should
is
have
good.
expected to get a couple more goals in the second half. Now
Yeah.
I think Andy Tate's prediction of a 3-0 is not
Is that what he said?
too wide off the mark.
It'd
Might
be
get
good
a
if
bit
you
more.
had like a cushion. We could bring on someone like McNeil for like
Zidane.
10 minutes or Zidane. Yeah, bring him on. Not like I felt a bit sorry for Charlie McNeil with the Sociedad games. I know he'll be happy he got a debut, but chasing the game and it was a bit like hectic.
Here's a very 2022 question.
Go on.
Your favourite milk?
Favorite milk? What do you mean, like semi-skimmed and that?
Oat milk, almond milk,
Oh no,
semi-skimmed milk.
semi-skimmed cow's milk.
Who drinks red top, by the way? Does anyone?
Yeah, I used to work with
There's
someone
black
who-
top as well, isn't it?
What's black top?
I've seen that. That's mental.
What
Black
is it?
top?
Yeah, yeah.
What's like water with a drop of milk?
Unless they just didn't have any.
They
of
ran
the
out of tops.
Yeah.
stick anything a black one on it.
Like,
Hey.
no, I've read. Like, who drinks red? Is that just what is that?
That's like
Water.
skimmed in it. It's like water and it's like watered down milk. Some people do though. I used to like.
Why is it blue, whole, green, semi-skinned?
Yeah,
Blue,
now there's
green,
like
red.
in the gold, which is like proper creamer. Then there's silver.
It's like it's thick. Then.
Yeah, or green. No, then it's blue. and
There's
it's like
loads.
blue.
They make milk
Yeah.
out of all sorts now,
Yeah.
though, don't they?
We'll have Andy Tate's going to join us again with half-time. Manchester United winning 2-0 so far anyway, obviously. Sheriff. So Andy can come and join us and give us his opinions on the game. You can switch to Macca's camera.
I'm nipping to the...
Yeah, use that. Go on, piss off, lads. Andy's gonna come and join me. Half-time chat. Manchester United 2. Nah, take your time. You have a little break.
Go on, but Andy can have the floor.
Abhinav says Neymar is a Ben Chord, allegedly. I've heard those stories as well. But me and Neymar are mates, so I can't really say much about
Poker
that.
mates.
We're just mates. We don't put a title on it. We're just friends, you know. How you doing, Andy?
I'm okay, bro. I'm okay, dude.
2-0, 3-0 was your prediction. More than halfway there.
Yeah.
How did you make of that performance? Obviously, the second goal was a penalty. First goal, good goal from Sancho.
The pass from Eriksen was so nice. Oh, man. why did we spend 89 million all them years ago? We could have got him back in 2015, 16. I don't know, but
I think though with Eriksen now, like people say, oh, well, you should have got $1 million or whatever, but I think Eriksen's playing. I mean, I might get
was he playing better before?
But there was a stage with Eriksen. Let's not forget, he went to Inter and he was in and out of the team at one point.
Yeah.
And at Spurs, he wasn't getting in the team. He's just almost becoming like this sort of, aging like fine wine type player.
Yeah.
He's just getting better and better as he gets older. And I think he's tailor made for what, for us now. And had we got him earlier, yeah, I know where you're coming from, where you go, he's such a great player. I wish we'd have had him for a few more years, but it might not have worked out the way it is now. And I think for this team, with this manager especially, and the football we want to play and he wants to play, Christian Eriksen is absolutely perfect for it. And he's shining for all the right reasons. So much so that, he's become undroppable, hasn't he?
Yeah, I would say he is now. I mean, even McTominay, I'll give him credit. He's proven his worth. He's playing out of his skin. That last season, he was played one good game, 2 good games, then drop off the 3rd and 4th. But now this is a consistent run. This is 5 games.
Yeah, no, I agree. Pretty comfortable, Andy. Going into the second half now, what do you do tonight? Do you want to see any changes? Do you think leave it as it is?
I'll go and get a couple more goals. I mean, now I've seen this, I want a good 4 or 5-0.
Yeah?
I want 4 or 5-0. I mean,
good hiding.
I mean, the goal difference and all. I know Real Sociedad are playing the bottom team tonight at Sociedad. So, I just want to get the goal difference up. Just smash them.
Smash him.
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash, as they say. Who's impressed you the most? You mentioned Eriksen. Who else has been
Sancho.
Decent?
Pretty decent. Defence has been pretty good. I mean, the one little chance they had, nobody went to him. Eriksen never went to him. And he was short-sighted. Schmeichel, he took a long-distance shot. And I thought, any other day, that could have gone in, that. So that's the only scare we've had. So, they've all played well. And Eriksen, Sancho, I thought Anthony's a bit quiet, but he's...
Won the penalty.
What?
Won the penalty, Anthony, didn't he?
Yeah.
He has been. I don't disagree with Andy. I think he has been quiet. But he did win the penalty, and that's the kind of player he is. He's a moments player, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's gonna pop up
he gets involved in things, creates things.
I think you made a point, Mac, about, if he'd not scored his first game, people will be out for him. The press and that will be out for him. And I think there will be an element of that people go.
They did it with Martinez. He's borderline disgrace. Ask Graham Souness. He's the biggest bully of them going. But he's there's a sort of an anti-Ajax agenda from the press against Man United, and they're waiting for it to use it.
I love that. There's an anti-Ajax agenda against United.
I agree, Andy.
Yeah.
Especially now I bought 4 Ajax shirts.
You're part of
I got the Bob Marley one from last season.
I got that one as well.
Yeah.
I got the jumper too as well. It's really nice.
He loves his football shirt, doesn't he?
Yeah, the 90s retro ones were nice.
Oh, apparently Delo won the penalty, so I do apologise.
Look at you doing Diogo dirty. Hey,
sorry.
You better DM him now and apologise for that nonsense.
Yeah,
you know I will.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, I know you will. You know he'll reply. Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know if you've heard of him. Some kid we got from Portugal.
Spartan Lisbon.
Yeah, he's on the score sheet. I mean, it's good
turned
that it
out
happens
alright.
before it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I know, like...
Yeah, like you could see, like he wanted to score, and he's... I thought he was going to blast it, but he just did it down the middle, and all you need, even if it's just a pen, it gets you going. So, hopefully second half, some more goals in Hulk smash, 5-0.
5-0.
Hulk smash. By the way, what do you... I know it's off topic.
We don't have topics on here.
Diego Costa going to Wolves. What do you think about that? I reckon he's going to mash some people up this season.
I don't know, is he not proper past it now, though, Costa?
It'll benefit Wolves.
He might not score. He's going to fuck someone up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he will get a red.
Who was it who used to play for Stoke? He was at United. Was it Sessignon? Not right. What's his name? Not Sessignon. Ryan Shawcross. Remember when Costa was having a row with him, and he went like that. Him and Shawcross were arguing, and Costa went, shit's house.
Proper schoolboy.
Yeah.
Your breath stinks. Yeah. Andy, what's your favourite milk?
Semi-skimmed, but the thing is now in Tesco.
Yes, here we go.
Here we
fucking go.
There's no green lids anymore. It's just see-through lids.
What the fuck is the
Ah,
word?
I know, because I've noticed it. They have the blues, the reds are running out the green tops. And it's happening with all the others because the plastic's changing. Cheap plastic, it's just see-through tops, so you don't know which is which. You have to read the bloody label.
Game's gone.
Yeah.
The game.
Hey.
The dairy game has gone.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're milking it.
Disgrace.
Milking it for what it is.
Hey. Get in, son.
I'm in work tonight. I'll use that 3 in the morning for have a chuckle.
What are you gonna wait? What?
I'm in work tonight.
Yeah, I know you're in work tonight. What are you gonna do at work?
He's planning his
Drink
jokes
them up.
already. He's going to use
I don't
that
know.
one.
I'll think of that on my break. When I'm on my break about 3 o'clock, I'll have a chuckle, think about this conversation.
Do you often do that? Just stand at work chuckling to yourself?
Well, you do. Sometimes it's a lonely graveyard shift.
Yeah.
You get the dead beats coming through the night.
Oh.
It's a nice way to speak about your customers, Andy.
The what?
You get some right losers coming in at night. Eh?
Anybody after
Can't stand me.
Anybody after 12
Should see the losers that watch this show, Andy.
Proper deadbeats. Pathetic.
Anybody after 12 o'clock is The Walking Dead.
Right. So, yeah, 24-hour gaff. You're at.
Yeah, 24-hour
Right,
gaff,
okay.
my warehouse.
Seen any good films lately, Andy?
I've got a new Batman. I've got Maverick.
The new Batman. Which
I have
one's that?
got
With that
Maverick.
fella from Twilight in it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Robert
I've not
Pattinson.
watched him yet, but I've got Maverick.
Why? Why do you mean you can't watch him? Hey.
I've seen a new Predator.
I don't like Batman anyway. Massive Tory.
I've seen a new Predator. Prey. That's good.
Right. Batman's a Tory. You've seen the Predator. Have you got Maverick? Have you seen Maverick yet?
Yeah, I've got Maverick. Yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, enjoy that. Is it as good as the original? Or the
No,
first
no,
one?
no.
No.
No, it wasn't fast enough for me.
Go on, despite myself, you've got me. Why is he a massive Tory?
Mate.
Yeah.
He's based some big rich fella that lives in his ivory tower, yeah.
Yeah.
Buys loads of weapons and that because he can afford them and then goes batters people robbing milk and stuff.
Right.
Right. Let the man's got to eat, bro.
You know, it's that. Oh, God. Do you know, at the cinema now, they're showing classic movies. Jaws is back out.
I took the kids to see E.T. the other week.
Didn't cry, did they?
None of them cried.
That's scandalous.
Absolutely
A
heartless.
generation that'll never
Honestly,
know.
I don't know what's up with
I
them.
cried.
Yeah.
I brought me out. E.T. go home. Phone home.
Go home.
Go home. That's the Brexit version of E.T.
E.T., fuck off back to where you came from.
Send him back. Hey, we don't need him coming over here taking our jobs.
E.T. at border control. Yeah. You get one phone call.
That was a horrible challenge on the low for the pen, right? Changing the subject.
Yes. Moving swiftly on. The Europa League, right? You've got a choice. Europa League or FA
Abhinav
Cup.
says they're criminals. No, they're not.
Who? Oh, the Batman people.
Yeah.
Oh, they cancelled Batwoman.
They got
didn't
kids to feed. Yeah. Joker's just a geezer from a mental asylum and he's battering him, bro.
With a hot girlfriend.
Joker's just
How
the
about
geezer
go and get him some help
from a
that he
mental
needs?
asylum who kills loads of
Yeah.
people.
All these people from people that need help with their mental health. Batman goes around punching them.
But how long do you dance the dance with a
Box him
Joker?
into a corner here, like I'm just,
You don't take mental health seriously.
I
Jake?
know what you're doing,
So
and
what
that's
you
why
saying?
I don't want to say anything because I see what you're doing and I don't like it. Yeah,
I know your type.
yeah.
Anyone got a pencil? Let
Make
me show
a
you
mockery
trick.
of people's mental health.
I
You're a
think.
disgrace.
Hey, all I'm saying,
John
right?
says this government would have sent ET to Rwanda.
Yes, very good point. I concur.
And Darth says the first Top Gun is overrated.
Ooh,
Ban him.
whoa! How old's he? How old is he?
It doesn't say on his comment.
You're not child of the 80s.
Unless he wants to let us
Jog on.
know.
People
Let
think
us
I'm being genuinely serious about Batman as well, by the way. Which
I'm not being funny, right? If they're out shoplifting, they deserve to get their eggs kits in.
No, they don't.
Hey, what, like, you're nicking bread for your kids?
I used to
Get a good
shoplift.
hiding off this billionaire.
So if Batman batters me, that's all right, is it?
Maka, when you say I used to shoplift, shoplifting today is not I used to.
Kinda
It's
still
I
do sometimes.
shoplift.
You know what it is, yeah?
Go on.
You know when I go to the self-service things,
Yeah.
you know there's some things that are just overly expensive for no reason, like
Yeah.
Febreze.
And beard and that.
I ain't paying for Febreze.
No.
And you know what I ain't paying for? Those Glade candles that
Bottles
smell
of whiskey,
really nice.
that's overpriced. Cigs, they're overpriced.
Yeah.
Hey, if anything, I'm doing them a favour, nicking all this.
My electric tokens, overpriced.
Overpriced. Hey, see the price of it? I can't afford that.
And when you used to have electric key,
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That blue key.
50p's in the meter in the 80s.
And you had was it £5 emergency?
Yeah,
We used to
and
have
on
in
the
our house.
electric.
Yeah. And you on the
Or you
emergency.
could fiddle the
then
electric thing to get
I don't.
strap it, put power into the lamppost in the street.
Is this the Phoenix Nights episode?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah,
What's that?
Phoenix Nights.
Yellow and green wire.
Yeah.
What? Put it under the meter, innit? Yeah. That's one thing I miss about shopping in person is stealing.
Well, you what? You miss stealing?
Yeah.
Nah, my bottle's gone. Gone. Game's gone now.
Shopping.
I know. I am.
You've got more to lose. It's more nervous.
Nah, man. I
shopping
can't.
now.
I told you what happened in
It's more
Tesco's, didn't I?
thrill.
At Tesco's when I accidentally nicked me shopping. And because I went to the self-checkout, I was on the phone with Mrs. The cat had gone missing. And I forgot to pay. And then I left. And then I realised I've still got my money on me. I thought, I've not paid. So I actually went back. You know why I went back, right, and paid? Because I know it sounds stupid, but I thought...
Game's gone.
That's my local shop. It used to be anyway. I've moved now. I thought, I don't want to be walking in there one day with my kids and get my collar felt by the security guard. Do you know what I mean? It's embarrassing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? For the sake of 20 quid worth of shopping. I thought,
I worked at Tesco, Aston Lane, yeah. One by Villa Park when it first opened when I was at uni.
I'm glad you're giving us the description
And
of
the
where it is.
first year it opened, yeah, literally everybody in that place was robbing it.
Yeah.
The managers and everything.
Well, every little helps,
One
don't it?
manager's missus done her shopping, yeah, and he put like a TV at the bottom of it, and I walk out with it. It was, it was good. Some geezer goes, my nan smashed a 20p gas meter and never used more than one coin. That was the trick. And in those, if anyone is from the real ghetto, they would have had a TV that they had to put pound
50p.
coins in.
Now it's 50p.
From Crazy George's.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah, we broke ours.
Wasn't
yeah.
ours, it was my
so
mate's.
The pound used to drop back out, and you get your TV.
Because don't they come round and collect the money out of
Yeah,
it?
so the geezer come round and be like
£1.50
why is
in
there
it.
a pound and a button?
I had a black and white celly. I had a black and white celly when I was young. Bar late when you're watching snooker.
You know, a man used to come to Tesco, yeah. I used to work at so I used to have to work for the catalogue thing behind the catalogue desk. And I used to have so if you bought a phone, you'd get the receipt and give your receipt to me and I'd give
Is
you
there a
your phone.
statute of limitations on this?
I don't know.
Well, let's find out. Go on.
So people used to buy phones and I used to give them extra best phones.
Really?
Yeah. Free upgrade, I used to call
Nice.
it.
I used to love it when my mates used to work in shops. I used to love it because you'd always get looked after.
I had a mate who worked in Selfridges. I used to buy a hat from Top Man for £7 and get like £500 worth of clothes. Swear to God. Flannel's the same.
Is that how when you got a mate
Remember
working
Paul
in JD?
Smith?
Of course I
Paul
remember
Smith
Paul Smith.
polos.
Yeah.
I had about 10 of them in loads of different colours. Don't know
That
why.
was sick. Do you know when I was in Asda on the weekend, someone was getting caught shoplifting, getting some woman they pulled her up. Yeah.
When I got nicked at
Felt bad for him,
JJB,
man.
they dragged me through the old shopping centre.
Oh, through the lemons. Oh no, through cuffs.
Crying on
How
that.
old were you?
Like 10.
You tried turning on the tears so you'd let you go.
Just bawling, mate.
Oh,
I was just scared my dad was going to batter me. And
Yeah,
he did
rightly
as well.
so. Did
He
him.
bossed
Good-
me up.
good.
You know what he made me do as well? Check this, yeah. My mate who was nicking with me,
Yeah.
his dad comes for him, or his mum came after like 20 minutes, got him out of there straight away.
Good. I mean, not good. No.
My dad left me in there for about 5 hours, bro.
Yeah, you need a lesson.
I
hard
thought
lesson.
I was going down for a couple years.
the age of 10. Lifed off shoplifting in JD.
Life for it, 10, man.
JJB, actually.
JJB, sorry.
JJB's better.
So that
I agree.
And that
Macca.
JD bollocks.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, brother.
the good old days.
Casemiro coming
No
on, or
hard
is he just
feelings
warming up?
whatsoever.
Coming back out. Yeah.
The second half is about to get underway. Mr. Scott, you can come and jump in for a bit. Andy, you sit there for 10 minutes.
Yeah. Did you get the picture I sent you though? Me and Justin Morehouse.
Was it you?
Yeah, it was me.
I love Justin Morehouse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'd love to get him on.
It's me and Justin
He's
Morehouse
mates with
at
Trev
Old
as well. I miss
Trafford.
Trev as well.
Yeah, Trevor.
Just shout Trev's business. Casemiro on then.
Casemiro.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, how you doing?
I'm all right,
Evening, even.
Evening, yeah. Well, is it still afternoon, evening at 5 o'clock, or is it?
It's not
Well,
5
it's nearly
o'clock.
7 o'clock now, Andy.
You know, it's-
So, where was your favourite place to steal from back in the day?
Back in the day.
Woolworths, says Dan.
My first proper job was at JD Sports. And everyone...
Worked for the enemy, did you?
Why did you work for the Sports Direct?
No, I don't
JJB.
like JD. I don't like JD.
All right. So what all the staff used to do there is they'd go upstairs in the changing rooms, put clothes on underneath the clothes and then just walk out, and they were walking out with like brand new Nike Air Max and all that sort of stuff. And
Jammy bastard.
It's clever that.
all posh kids that were doing it as well, all the lads from Bramall and all them sort of places.
Yeah, the Woolworths pick and mix was good.
Yeah.
The mini cans of Coke.
Cinema was great for that, wasn't it, doing the pick and mix?
Yeah, but we never, so now as an adult when I go to cinema, I get the pick and mix because when I was a kid, that was
Wasn't
a
an
distant
option.
Yeah, it was like
Dream.
Yeah, we used to have to go like to the corner shop on the way. And
Yeah.
get, like, pack a pineapple.
Have you seen how much
wrap
Jay
or something.
spends at the cinema? 100 quid he spent at the cinema last week.
Yeah, I spent on these right.
You get the heavyweights.
That's just how he rolls. He didn't go with anybody else.
You probably spent less money when you were on drugs.
What was a cheaper addiction? Sugar.
Nah, the JJB I got nicked at was the one in town. There used to be one in town opposite the, what's that book place called, the big one?
Waterstones.
Opposite the Waterstones. Used to have escalators that go upstairs. I remember going down them escalators.
We used to have you used to know a girl
Crying
called
and that.
Joanne who she'd rob like hip hop albums to order. She'd I remember getting 2 packs All Eyes on Me for a £5. She'd just go in pick it up.
But All
jib
Eyes were on here,
downstairs.
wasn't they?
jib downstairs, put the CDs down the keks and then bring it back to Longside for the £5. Top album.
One of my uncles.
Get it. Oh,
He
wrong way.
worked at he worked at a place that used to pack like PlayStation games and that.
Yeah,
And he used to just
that's
come
the
back
job.
home with discs. Like
Just a disc.
no case, nothing. He'd just come back with a disc like, here you go, you want this, you want that. There was one game that he gave me where you are a dolphin swimming around. as a
Echo
dolphin.
the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the
Yeah, it
Dolphin
was
on a
mental.
Mega Drive.
This was on PlayStation though.
They had
It's
Echo
on all formats. Echo the Dolphin and all that, yeah. I've still got Mega Drive. I've still got my Super Nintendo.
Hipster
Retro
Andy.
gaming. PS2 still.
Ever been nicked? And I don't want to hear anything recent when you were a kid.
I've never been arrested in my life.
Fair play.
Squeaky clean.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Yes. No comment all the way. It's the right way to go. Have you seen the Goat Simulator? Is that a game? Sam Z says, turning back the wire, the best constant quotes of McNulty screwing people then saying, fuck did I do? And Clay Davis, shit.
Yeah.
Shubanka said, Jaden Bancho's got ice in his veins. Oof. And Mindcracker said, any memorable away day, stadium, food or drink? What's the maddest away day, food or drink you've had?
I can't feel. Everything's pretty much the same away days, isn't it?
Casemiro's clock's still an hour behind, I think. It's on Spanish time, because he's late.
Oh, I went to Stoke City and I sort of tried their pies, and it was like a local delicacy pies. It was like meat. I don't know what it meant, but it was full. It was full of meat, full of that veg.
What are them
really
other things?
nice.
Stoke oat cakes.
Yeah, oat cakes for Stoke. Yeah,
Is that oat cake? Yeah.
but it was a good. Stoke do a good pie. Stoke City. I went to an FA Cup tie with my friend. He's not here anymore, but bless him. But we went against
I met you on that
Newcastle.
day, didn't I? At Stoke.
No. This was in an FA Cup tie. This was an FA Cup tie at Stoke and Newcastle in the FA Cup 2008. And the game wasn't too good, but the pies were gorgeous. They had two.
Oldham used to have decent pies when they were at Boundary Park.
Oh yeah. John Sheridan's leaving. Just been announced. Mutual consent today. Yeah. Another manager.
Did you ever you been to many grounds in Scotland? You ever tried the delicatessen?
I've not been to many in
I've
Scotland.
never been to Scotland.
I've been to
Have you
Celtic Park.
you've done a fried Mars bar or fried Snickers? Have you ever
I've
tried
not done it.
anything
No,
like that?
can't say I have.
God.
I love to do a Rangers
The
Celtic match.
minging grease down your chin, mate, as soon as you bite into
What's it like, that battered? It must be good, innit? Because batter's just nice, isn't it?
I imagine if you're hungover, it's the sort of food you need to sort of fill the hole, because you know, like craps helps
I've
you
had
out.
sausage in batter. That's nice.
Yeah,
Chips
but no, but
and
it's
all
all the chocolate and stuff. It wasn't.
Has
for
anyone
me.
had a Wigan kebab?
Pie muffin, yeah, all the time.
A pie muffin?
It's a
Pie
Wigan
muffin.
kebab, and
Yeah,
it's a pie.
Yeah,
and
meat
like
potato pie or steak kidney pie on a buttered muffin, red sauce.
No, Andy.
Oh yes,
Andy, how old are you?
I'm 48.
Eating red sauce. You should be ashamed
What's
of
wrong
yourself,
with
man.
it? I don't
come on,
eat a lot of
no,
it. I don't eat a lot of it. But what's wrong with it?
I just think it's for kids. It is. I imagine Jay eats red sauce, but you should brown
Somebody had a go at
brown
me
sauce.
for putting biscuits in the fridge. You put
Yeah, but brown sauce is for different things than ketchup.
I don't know. I was always had this thing about ketchup. You put what biscuits in the fridge?
Yeah, chocolate biscuits in the fridge, and somebody had a go at me.
Nah, you can't do that.
You put chocolate biscuits in the fridge.
No, that's mad. That.
And when you got a brew, you take them out later.
Well, so they don't like break up so easy. And tactical
tactical advantage. Dunk me. You know what I mean? Dunk me. I ain't going out nowhere.
What's that there? Bruno always looks stressed, doesn't he?
He does.
Like I say, I think you're right. Sometimes he takes it too serious.
He always walks around like a man who's lost his kids in IKEA.
Like a stressed out Captain America.
He does. Like, what's going on?
Stressed out Captain America. He wants to be everyone's protector.
It's mad though, because like a lot of people that know me will say when I play football, they see a different side to me that they've never seen, like an angry version of me. And like we see that side of footballers every time we see them. Like we don't get really to see the normal person to them. You know what I mean? We get to see the uber game face, competitive.
And they got judged. Their personalities judged on 90 minutes on the
what we see on the pitch is mad.
I've seen you play when we beat Arsenal in that tournament at AFTV. You were off your rocker, mate.
Yeah, I don't like losing, man. And I hate referees. I hate them. Especially shit refs. They drive me mad.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, the technology's there now, but the standards have dropped. They're borderline disgusting.
Yeah, someone said you're weird as fuck putting biscuits in the fridge.
Jog on you, tart.
What's your favourite biscuit?
Chocolate, hobnob.
Elite. But too much shit in your tea then, no?
I'm on sweeteners.
No, I mean, them hobnobs leave too much shit in your tea.
Oh, yeah, but you gotta just time it right. There's a certain, before it starts dissolving, you just whop it, get it out.
That's what she says.
No comment.
Thousand Island.
I'm still suspended on Instagram, man. I'm still not.
What did you do?
Happened? You tell me.
Shouldn't have got your cock out on that live. I told you, Andy.
I say there's another Andy Tate. Bald-headed fucking.
Were you getting your pecker out on the Insta?
No.
You didn't strike me as the type.
No.
I love that you believed it.
I've got controversial views, but that fucking hell.
I bet that was the controversial view.
That was the least controversial view.
Andrew Tate, the Romanian warlord or whatever he is, he's a kickboxer, isn't he, or something like that.
Oh, so that's why you got blocked?
Because, he's...
No, you haven't been caught in the crossfire of that, have you?
I have, mate. Suspended me Instagram.
They can't have a blanket ban on all Andrew Tates.
Yeah, you never know.
Even Andy _MUFC _Tate.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok, but I'm not giving
you got suspended for something else.
Yeah. What? God, no. Well, if I did something wrong, I'll hold my hands up, but they didn't even give me they didn't even email me an excuse or anything. Maybe because at the time he was banned, or they thought, they seen my initials and like, he's associated with that and just suspended me. But if you look at it, it's got nothing. It's football.
You're the best, Andy Tate. You do know that. He's a fraud.
Oh yeah,
you were around before that mosque.
I've heard his views and his views on mental health and women. He's disgusting. He's off his trolley.
Yeah. Here's a clip for you. 8 minutes on Andy Tate Yeah.
Yeah.
His views on mental health. He's off his trolley.
He's off his head, mate. You should hear his views on mental health.
He needs help.
He needs to see someone about that.
It's my upbringing. What can I say? Get lost.
It's like...
God, sometimes it's like a crime to be happy.
Here's a question. And based on the madness we've seen this week of those long queues to see the Queen, I don't want your opinions on that. Let's steer away from that. But what would you queue up that long for? Like, what would make you queue up for that amount of time?
The longest queue that I remember being in was when, sorry to bring up JD Sports again, but it was when Eric Cantona was opening up the new JD Sports. And
Eric Cantona told me he hates JD Sports.
Yeah.
Just saying.
The Arndale Centre, and my mum let me wag school, and then queue for like 4 hours to see Eric Cantona. I also queued for Oasis tickets for about 6 hours as well. Back in the day when you couldn't like book them online.
Yeah.
I wouldn't queue like more than 2 hours to see anyone's sort of funeral.
Queuing with my mum and my little brother for FA Cup final tickets in 1985. Best part, 5 hours.
All right, see, what would you queue now for? Is what I mean.
Oh,
like what would make you queue for 5, 6, 7 hours now? Because that's a different era tickets and that. You can't.
Okay.
Who would you queue up that long to see alive?
Somebody from Star Wars, somebody like
McGregor,
man. Somebody like that. I don't know. Peter Cullen. I've met Peter Cullen. I queued up for that. We all know what Peter Cullen is. So
I was about to say, who's that?
John.
No, I'd be serious.
Are you into Star Wars and tomato ketchup? I thought I liked it. Fucking hell, Andy.
That's a bad Venn diagram, isn't it? Star Wars and ketchup.
Freeze's biscuits.
A lot of people are into Star Wars.
Yeah.
Gaz does a podcast on it.
Oh, I have to listen to that.
Surprised they ain't invited you on there yet.
I'm old school Star Wars. None of the new stuff.
Oh, is there wars like that?
Yeah.
With the new school and the old school?
Yeah, I was around when Luke didn't know who his dad was.
Yeah, same here. I'm a Jedi. I like Rogue One. I've never watched Han Solo, but I love the old Star Wars. I've not even seen the Obi-Wan yet. I've only seen the first episode.
I've never watched any of them, but I once got tweeted by someone from Star Wars. What's his name again, Jay?
No, that's Star Trek and it's William Shatner.
Oh yeah, William Shatner.
It's all the
That's
same
pretty
thing.
cool.
Called me a yob or something.
It's all
like that.
space.
Oh, that is one. Right, let me find that.
He called you a what? A yob.
It's my favourite Twitter.
He tweeted something about Chelsea, supporting Chelsea or something. And I went, wow, fucking Star Trek shit to him, yeah. And he just called me a yob.
That's illogical. Well,
Went, wow, Star Trek shit. Shut up. Because he was talking about United, innit? Like, who wants to hear his opinions on United? Nobody. He's in it. I remember him from Fresh Prince, though, William Shatner. He's in an episode of Fresh Prince where he's drunk or something.
Yeah, and he's dancing with Carlton.
Read your Star Trek exchange. Swipe across.
So William Shatner said, "For we are the Chelsea." And then someone asked him, "Why are you a Chelsea fan?" He said, "Why not? You didn't think I'd be a poser Man United fan, did you?" And I said, "Yeah, well, Star Trek shit." Then he called me a yob. Which was
A yob.
How old is he? He's got to be knocking at least 90 odd, hasn't he? I mean,
he's knocking on everything.
There's not many Star Trek left. I think there's only him and what's he called? Lahuru or whatever he's called.
Which is the one that used to be on Channel 2 before Simpsons and that. After Simpsons.
That was the Star Trek, wasn't it, with Luke Picard, the bald guy?
Oh yeah, Next Generation. Next
that
Generation,
sort of
yeah. Deep Space Nine. Yeah.
They've started putting Ren and Stimpy on thingy again. Comedy Central.
Oh, they will never show that clip with the saw though, would they? And the log.
I don't know, they might do, you know.
Oh, Ren and
I've
Stimpy,
noticed that
classic.
Comedy Central's been buying a lot of things because they got the rights to the Chappelle Show as well.
Yeah.
Didn't
Oh, classic movies. What was it?
The creator of that's a mad weirdo though, isn't he?
Well, the Chappelle Show.
Of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, really, yeah.
I've been watching 80s stuff.
Massive wrong.
I've been watching Filthy Rich and Cat Flap, Rick Mail and Eddie Anderson.
Oh, I love Rick Mail.
Yeah, but Bottom, but I never watched it as a kid.
Bottom's been on Gold the last couple of nights.
Yeah, I've got the DVDs, the young ones, but I never watched it as a kid.
Yeah.
I've started watching it now. I'm appreciating it. It was only for like 6 episodes, but some of the clips are funny. I mean, when you can punch your mate and make it look funny.
Yeah, maybe I've got told off in school because everyone kept trying to reenact all the stuff that was happening at the bottom because everyone was just levering the mates.
Like the gas man?
Yeah.
You drop your frying pan.
Yeah, it's a good show that was. You couldn't do that now though.
No.
People would just be like, because slapstick comedy doesn't work now,
yeah,
does it?
I don't think so.
No, I'll tell you what, if Rick Mail was still here, God rest him, I tell you what, he would have ripped that government apart for all it's worth. And it would have been funny.
Oh.
Ooh, unlucky. Oh, yeah, I started watching The New Statesman as well. You couldn't show that today either.
Yeah, I didn't see that much of that.
It's a trendy football badge, isn't it? Sheriff.
The what?
This badge, the sheriff badge.
Yeah, it looks like Andy from Toy Story, innit?
Yeah.
What's your favourite badge that's not, obviously not United? Have you got a favourite one?
Old school.
Real Madrid's is very sexy. It's very regal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like,
what's that one? The Brazilian one. It
But I
looks
like
Glasgow
Spain's.
Rangers. It's like when they entwined.
Yeah.
And it's the red and black going across. I like that badge. I don't know what club it is.
I always use Celtics on like FIFA and that for my pro team. That's just 4-leaf clover.
I was like, was it New York Cosmos? Remember that
green one?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty sweet.
I remember when
that came out for a bit.
we played them in a game for Cantona.
Yeah.
And I remember after that, I just wanted one of their kits.
Yeah.
Like, they were just really nice.
I mean, I've still got me Newton Heath green one, green and yellow. I've got me blue one. I've not got me string one from 92, 93 though. Give that away. I shouldn't have done that.
Do you remember all the nonsense that was going around with that? Because it was in the papers, like they're selling these shirts to kids and they're running around and getting strings in their eyes and
Don't
stuff.
remember that. Remember that.
Fucking ridiculous.
I mean, I went to the shop on Deansgate looking at the classic shirts. I mean, £174 for the grey kit. I couldn't even see it anyway.
Yeah, some man are making it.
I've still got that.
They're making a killing now, innit? On them.
Yeah, the retro kits from the 80s. If you got an
I
80s
collect
kit.
basketball jerseys, like old school ones.
Yeah.
Like, I've got loads from the 80s and 90s.
I buy Italian United, 90s Italian shirts as well.
Oh, I love the Sampdoria one. Yeah, like you say, it's
The red and black one.
Yeah, no, the home one.
The blue one.
The home one. Yeah. When David Platt played for them and Ruud Gullit and all that during the 90s on Channel 4. Yeah.
I think AC's kits just always bang. I think red and black are just the ones, innit? Even though they don't go away from the stripes, really. They're just always very nice.
I mean, that Black Island one, you got New Balance one. That's a nice one.
It's like a training top. Oh, that is.
Let's get another. Come on.
Island kits are nice as well. One of the kits I want is a 94 World Cup one. The Island kit, Kino.
Yeah.
Adidas, yeah. Retro Island kits are going for like £100 now. It's absolutely mad.
Yeah, that classic football shirts and all them places have changed the game for them.
Yeah, then people have got into that game early, man.
Yeah.
Them all up.
Oh, yeah.
But like for people like us that have supported United all our lives, like if you find your shirts now, you got some money there.
Oh, yeah, I've got them all in the cupboard at my dad's house. It's still hung up. Still got my I've got my black one. I've got all the mid-90s. Remember that blue one with the sharp, 96, 97? It's like blue collar, sharp.
Yeah.
That was like nearly £150. It's absolutely crazy.
That one is that the one was it like 3-3 or 3-2 at Highbury and that?
Yeah,
David
when we
Platt
lost.
scored
Yeah, that
two
one.
late on. Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah, 2 scored was 2-0 down.
Yeah.
Come back 2-2.
I always remember, the one Keno scored 2 in at Highbury. The blue one with the thin blue stripes in it.
God, I sweated in that. You could sweat for
England. Because it was cotton, wasn't it? It
it
was
was
really weird.
too much. I mean, there was so many kits early 2000s, wasn't it? God, I remember that blue one. We only wore it for one season. With Vodafone on it. Yep.
Roma kits are nice. What's
the worst United kit?
Worst United kit. I didn't. You know which one I didn't like, and it was because they didn't get it right. Remember when they had like a silhouette of the Trinity on it?
Yeah.
I never liked
the grey
that.
one.
Yeah, and if you remember, there was one back in the day, a red one, and they had Old Trafford in it.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, I remember that
and
one.
that worked. Like
I got that one.
95, yeah, Cantona one.
Yeah, I can't now on the back of it. My mum didn't get it done from the store. She probably got it done from the market. Washed it. It's pink. I didn't like.
I don't like the green one. I thought it looks like Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Well, this new one.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It's not for me.
the goalkeeper colours for me.
Was he a gold and black one, or am I imagining that?
There was white and gold.
White and gold.
And it was
it?
a reversible.
Yeah.
And you reversed it into all gold.
Yeah,
Remember that?
one, yeah. I remember Van Nistelrooy scored at Charity Shield, didn't it? Yeah.
Beckham scored a goal against West Ham, yeah, with the ball rolls in front of him, and he don't touch it. He just sticks his foot under it and chips it over David James. And
Was that the 5-2 or the 5-3?
Something like that. Yeah.
Like
but that's one of my favourite Beckham goals.
We're 4-0 up, weren't we? And yeah.
Yeah, Roma's colours are. No one else has Roma's colours, do they? The orange. And
No, that's sort of deep red.
Slavia
unique
Prague.
colours, isn't it?
Was it Slavia Prague? There might be a Czech team or something.
Slavia's not.
Parma's
those
kits were
colours.
always good in the 90s.
Yeah,
Yellow
they
and
were
blue.
quite forced in the 90s as well.
Great team.
They owned Adriano. If you like,
They owned him, yeah.
Adriano, yeah. I think there was 2 owners of Adriano.
Shame
at
what
one
happened
stage.
to that lad.
I know.
That mental
You heard
health
a story
issues.
about
Yeah,
his
yeah.
dad and that.
Terrible.
Javier, I was watching an interview with Javier Zanetti and he's talking about it. And
Yeah.
like how everyone, like the day Adriano's dad died, he's gone out from training into some room. He's heard the news and everyone else is like on the other part of the training ground have just heard him screaming from there. And they're like, it sounded like someone,
Yeah.
like it was just sounded like a horror movie and that.
And I think it sent him back, didn't it, to Brazil for a year to
Yeah.
try and recuperate.
He was never
So
the same after that.
never the same after that. But I don't know if you've ever seen anyone hit a ball quite as hard as he did.
There was a game I remember watching him because again Channel 4 when he played for Parma and he hit a hat trick and one of the goals I remember kind of just dribbled it in from the halfway line just inside the circle and he just twatted it.
Yeah.
It's like fucking hell, the power on it. Him on Pro Evo as well. Just
yeah,
shooting
Pro
from
Evo-
anywhere
Pro
with
Evo was quality.
Square from anywhere
It's
with
like,
Adriano.
it's like pre-Ronaldo 97 World Cup. I mean, 98 World Cup, he was just phenomenal. Then he did he have a fit or something night before the World Cup final?
Yeah.
And he wasn't the same, was he?
There's all sorts of rumours and stuff. I don't know. He went on to do good things after that.
It felt like he was
Won the
forced
World
to
Cup,
play
didn't
though.
he? Yeah, it felt like it. I don't think he was in a mental state of mind to do it.
He got through it, didn't
Yeah.
he? He just got through it because they woke up middle at night, panicking, and the
That's what-
doctors racing
yeah.
to him.
I think he had a fit and then he was forced to play. Or that's how the story goes anyway.
No, they didn't win the World Cup. So he
No,
he
what I
won
mean
it
is
back
when
4
when
years
he
later,
did the triangle on his head.
Yeah, he came back, didn't he?
Good story. Do you know why he had the triangle on his head? Because if his son was born and so his son could identify which one he was on the pitch, he had the triangle so he could recognise him.
That's nice. Like I say, he won the Champions League.
I remember
that
that
season.
because I used to get. I remember watching. I think it was his last World Cup, and the BBC and stuff kept disrespecting him, like calling him Fat Ronaldo, and like you expect it from fans. And I remember BBC doing it, just thinking, "Use like a wanker."
Does he own Real Vallecano?
Yeah,
think he does,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
big owner, part owner. I watched the documentary on that on DAZN. Has anyone seen that?
No.
On DAZN is a documentary called El Presidente about Ronaldo and his
Right,
ownership of
okay.
the club, and that it's proper good.
They're an interesting club though.
Yeah.
Big socialists, aren't they? For that
Yeah.
team?
I said I seen their kit the other day. It's down on
They
Deansgate.
got pirates or something, aren't they? And they're nicknamed the Buccaneers.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's where I saw that Salisu first, man. You know the one that plays for Southampton?
Mm.
Is it Salisu? He was playing for them. He was class.
Can't
Take
bel-
him at United.
You know what? I can't believe we've got to wait a month now for the next league match. We should at least be playing Crystal Palace this weekend. They could still do that fixture at Sellers Park or Old Trafford this weekend.
Nah, the league messed up when they cancelled the first round of games because they didn't have to do
No,
that.
they didn't read the
I
game.
kind of get
It was a knee-jerk reaction. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, if they
I
had
could
any
see-
foresight that they would have to do it again the following week, that'd make more sense.
I
but
mean,
it's
I could say you cancel the entire weekend for after the announcement. On the second weekend, no, you cancel either one of them. But they, like I said, totally misread the room. And now you say, I just hope it don't come back to bite us. Are you going to fit Leeds on midweek?
It'll
Saturday
be a
night.
better game midweek now, though.
Yeah, or
United
a Saturday
Leeds.
night, 8 o'clock. United Leeds. Imagine that.
The thing is, when games are rearranged, they never get rearranged to a weekend, do they?
I mean, there's still no confirmation on that Villa game in the League Cup.
Oh, I thought
Lovely
Malacia was gonna
football.
shoot then.
Oh.
Why did Malacia shoot?
Nice one-touch football.
Yeah.
Surely Malacia shoots. Hit that across the goal. Nah, maybe not. But
I
still.
mean, Sociedad must be a later kickoff, isn't it?
When we play Sociedad away, we're with the early kickoff again then.
And we beat them last time we were there, didn't we? We beat
4-0.
them 4-0, yeah.
I mean, it was a joke we got beat last time, though, wasn't it? The penalty decision.
I
Shocker,
don't
that
understand
was.
shocking.
Oh, here he is.
VAR.
With his latest England call-up.
I'm struggling to understand how even Harry Maguire got in it. Like you don't pick Ben White and that.
There's nothing to understand though with Southgate because he picks his favourites like that, doesn't he? He's never been one
I
of those.
stand corrected with you. Like we should have never lost that final. A better manager wouldn't have just played defensive.
Oh yeah. They shouldn't have lost against
and threw
Italy.
a load of kids under the
did,
wheels just to sit. As long as his goals was exercised.
The thing is, he's got such talented players that are attacking minded, and he tries to be too pragmatic.
Oh, but that was
So
our chance.
he's not playing to the strengths.
I mean, we could get absolutely embarrassed in the World Cup. I was reading last week, was it Ecuador could be suspended from the World Cup? Is that
Because
true?
one of the players is Colombian or something like that.
I don't even God you go into that, man.
Oh, that's sick. Did anyone see this week the video of that fan giving Jadon Sancho his shin pads?
Yeah, the kid, young lad.
no.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
some little kid gave Jadon Sancho some shin pads this week with like Sancho's face on them and stuff. And when Sancho scored, he took his shin pad off and it was that shin
to
pad.
shot,
and he held it in
right.
there.
That's nice touch. Yeah, it's the little things that matter, don't it?
What about the shin pads I sent you, Jadon?
I mean, when's the next Old Trafford game? I think it's the return with this, where he's like, innit? It's the return. Then we've got Newcastle.
It'll be whoever we play next. The double header will be with them.
So it'll be that Cypriot team, Ammonia.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Cyprus and watch that. Been to Cyprus, it's gorgeous.
I've not been to Cyprus yet, actually. I'd like to go.
I've seen Peter Andre's house. He's Cypriot, but he's got
Peter Andre's house.
Yeah, I pointed out. I've got family over there. They pointed it out.
With the tour buses going past it.
No, I went for the drive around the
Play
island.
mysterious girl as they go.
Baby girl. Yeah, but his family's from there, isn't he? So it's a lovely place to go for an holiday. Live there as well.
He was the Paul. He came out the worst out of the Rebecca Vardy ruining thing.
Sad
That
that,
was
innit?
terrible.
I hate that Rebecca Vardy. Scumbag.
No, she's not having a party, is she? Not after was she playing the claims? Is it? I don't know.
Oh.
Anyone stood out for you today?
Eriksen again.
Yeah.
Eriksen, Sancho. I think somebody's been very quiet.
He's gone off at half time, to be fair to him.
That's how good he's been. I mean, what's Rashford got?
He sounds like me. Just tell me shit. Yeah. Wait, he's not on the pitch, Adam. Calm down.
Is Rashford? What's he carrying? Is it a leg injury or something?
I think it's a muscle injury. I think he'll be back for the next game, though.
Yeah, you know, it's like would that stadium be full for the normal league match?
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Yeah, all the locals wearing the United shirts, just taking a photograph to get a picture of Ronnie. What's the highest number you've seen for the football shirt? I know you see in American football, but I
have seen 90 something for someone.
99.
Well, someone was 99, wasn't there?
Yeah. Well, Ronaldinho, 96. 60 something. Ronaldinho was 67 or something stupid like that.
I mean, I've never seen the high number in the Premier League.
I remember. Who was it that had 9+1 on the back of his shirt?
Zamorano,
won it for
1+9.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw that a few weeks ago where there was a young Fulham player. He's gone to Exeter.
Ronaldinho was number 80.
Hey up, go on, Ronnie.
Cut
You
it
gotta
in.
pass
Cut
that,
it in.
son. I feel like when Ronaldo passes to other people, he passes shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, the goal's gone now,
It's a
so
good
here's a
conspiracy
shit
to
pass.
have, yeah. His assists aren't great.
I feel like he wouldn't give the passes that he wants.
Like, can you imagine if he was on the receiving end of this?
Yeah. He's like, you son of a bitch. Also, you know what? I would be that guy. You know, obviously I'd be gassed off Ronaldo, and the first day I'll go into training, I'll be like, oh, come, let's get a picture in training and that with Ronaldo. Or I'd just be walking past him whenever there's a camera out. You know, one of them ones, so I'll get a picture. But I'd also be that guy on the pitch that refuses to just pass to him.
Really?
Like, just like, don't fall into that trap. You know, everyone else on there is just like, he who shall not be named used to be like that.
Really?
He
Yeah.
wouldn't- Yeah, he used to be very greedy around him.
Do you think there was there was the problem that last season with Ronaldo's sort of presence? You know, because everything had to go through him because of his because of who he was.
Oh
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I know we've got new players, but we do seem more that there's more of sort of a team ethos this year.
I think Ronaldo sees that because you see when we scored against Ajax, when we scored against Arsenal, you see him smiling and
Well, yeah, when Anthony scores,
I think he's like, hang on, this ain't half bad. We could do something this season.
He's got to embrace it, hasn't he?
I mean, you've got to embrace it. You can't sit and be stroppy.
I think there was an article that just came out before the game started on Team Talk where it said like Ronaldo might be looking at a January move and Ten Hag's got 70 million to spend in January. Apparently.
You know what? If we're in a good position, you do January. You do not sell him.
I don't know what Ronaldo.
You don't let him go.
I think you go and get a striker like Ivan Toney.
And you keep him. You keep Ronnie because on all fronts, if you sell Ronnie and you say you get Ivan Toney, it don't work out. There's
no world where we sell Ronnie either. I don't.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think there's
if he
any
goes
world
at the
that
end of the season, so be it. And if
Son
he's
of
done
three.
something with us, so be it.
The Cyprus team has just equalised, which is good for
I'd
us.
say that. How long's left in that?
The reason I called them the Cyprus team is because I've read a comment. They're called Ammonia, obviously.
Ammonia.
I've got a few super chats. Gotta read them out. Sheriff manager looks exactly like Howard from Better Call Saul, says Christopher. I've seen Breaking Bad, but I've not seen Better Call Saul. Yeah.
But
I've heard very good things about it.
I've never watched
On a
Breaking
random
Bad.
note, has there been a coach cooler on the touchline than Marcelo Lippi smoking a cigar? He did look very cool, didn't he?
There's a few Wenger in his early days as well.
I hate to say it as well. You know who had a bit of a swagger about him, even though it was the stupid one, Ron Atkinson. Like he just looks like Dalboy on the sideline.
He always looked like he was going to sell you a fucking
that's what I
Capri.
mean. There's a little swagger in there somewhere. Like.
This boy's gold. I remember that in interviews, like we're saying about Brian Robson. This boy's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a sort of, that say, Del Boy-esque.
I think Ten Hag has that look about. I hate.
Mancini.
You know when Giggs walked out in a suit at Old Trafford for the first time, I remember thinking, looks the part. Obviously.
He's wearing a suit for different reasons.
Turns up in a suit for different reasons these days. But yeah, it does depend on whether you're in a suit. Like Ten Hag looks good in a suit.
Yeah.
It's like Pep looks good in a suit. Jurgen Klopp, on the other hand, just looks.
I'm not too sure with these tracksuit managers, and like Thomas Tuchel, where he just always looked like he was working. He's working for the merch store as
Be
much
respectful, man.
Yeah, Arsene Wenger used to have the long jackets.
Yeah.
You think he was a Sith Lord or something?
Big coat.
Mourinho, when at the start of a job, looks very good.
Yeah.
I remember Mourinho when he first come in at United. His hair looked good. His tan looked good. He wore black suits with white shirt with no tie, and he looked the part at the start.
In the end, he never had the shave, did he?
At the end, he just looked like that fella out of Home Alone.
Yeah. He had a shave as soon as he got sacked. Then he was all getting ready after we lost to Liverpool. We'll get ready for Cardiff at home. That Monday morning was like bloody Christmas for me. It's like bloody hell.
Trench coat, Cruff with the ciggy.
Yeah.
There's someone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like a gangster though, innit?
Yeah.
Like a gangster swag. Arrigo Sacchi used to chain smoke when he was AC Milan manager. Michael Carrick on the sideline, someone said he looked very good in a suit. Michael Carrick also the best smelling person in football.
Official.
Do
you think you'll see him going to management?
I don't know. I could see him a coaching
It's better
job.
than
maybe.
Arteta, isn't it? So
I could see him doing a coaching stuff at Newcastle maybe or something. Will he come back to United? I don't know.
I'd like to see Nicky Butt back at United.
Yeah. Where he left was a bit scandalous.
apparently he battered someone, didn't he? On his way out, which is
Good old Gorton.
Which is very Nicky, but
yeah, knock someone out on your way out, mate. Well,
That's it. That's what they call with leaving with a bang. It is, man. If your mate don't punch you in the face, he don't love you.
Someone said John Gregory. What a shout that is.
John Gregory.
Oh, what did he say about
He
that
said Dwight
Everton player?
No, was it
John
John Gregory?
Everton player.
Was it John Gregory when Dwight York signed for United and he goes,
Yeah.
had a shotgun and I killed
Yeah.
him? And
There was another one. There was a player that went from Villa to Everton, and he didn't like it. Within a few days, they transferred him back to Everton, and he was like, he was having a go at it at the player, and he said, "Oh yeah, we can tell who wears the trousers in the."
Oh yeah,
in
you know what? You
Unsworth,
saying that?
Was it David Unsworth?
It was
or something?
David Unsworth.
Yeah, he had a rat pop at him. Oh yeah, we can tell who wears the trousers in his family. You know, what
I
mean?
remember
because you
that
didn't want to
now.
move to Birmingham from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Now he moved,
He
and then
moved.
he reversed the move.
Reversed.
Yeah,
I think
but
it was it the same window or something?
something like that. And I think Aston Villa paid 15, and then he went for 12. I said, "Fuck,
It's an expensive week.
expensive." Oh, they were the days when football was not the stressful thing it is now.
Well, that's because we were good. It was probably stressful for every other club.
Yeah, if they score, I tell you what, it's going to be the last 10 minutes. Another clean sheet. I'm surprised we haven't gone for a jugular, but it's
enough, isn't it?
I mean, how do you keep fit for a month? I mean, like, you train or do you play every
A lot of them are going to go away on the international break, though.
No,
aren't
well,
they?
not yet. It's still this weekend, isn't there? But do you have a practice game before building up to the derby? Try and get friendly
Do
behind.
you know
closed
why
doors?
David Unsworth's move to Villa fell through, and he ended up at Everton?
Go on.
So he left West Ham. He agreed to move to Villa. Then he didn't go to Villa. He went to Everton. He made the commute on the M6 home, and he was like, I can't fucking do that. I can't play for Villa. I don't want to be doing that.
To be fair, I've done that drive. It's not. It's just not.
Yeah,
I could do that
M6,
drive all my life. It's
Unless
horrible.
you do the toll road now, it's not. Yeah.
The toll road is also useless unless you're going past Birmingham, which isn't great.
What do you reckon? So Elanga's come on for Ronaldo now. Do you think about Elanga's future?
I think he should have gone on loan, personally.
No, I don't. We need all good strikers.
Yeah, but he's not good enough.
Well, we played him last season when we had to.
Yeah, but that was needs must, wasn't it? I don't think he pulled out a great performance, did he? I think how many goals did he score? 2?
4.
Was it 4 in how many games?
Yeah, he did well last, but I mean,
He's
it was
got a good
easy to
song.
stand out last season in that
Yeah.
shit team. I do think.
I think he was the only good
possibly
thing
needs
at the end of a bad season, because it was another protege coming through the ranks, through the academy. So that was the only good thing about it. And I think he will go on loan next season. I don't see United selling him. I still think it's scandalous with James Garner. Absolutely scandalous.
I think we put too much because of all the thing about how United's history is with breaking young players through. I think we just put too much pressure on the ones that look like they might make it. I think they wanted too much.
I mean, who's the last one to do it? It's
Well,
Rashford.
Rashford's probably the jury's still out, but before him there was obviously the pressure on Welbeck, wasn't there? You know.
Yeah.
Do you know
Bambi
when
on
people
ice.
say,
My dad
like
calls him.
Rashford should go and that? I find it mental.
Yeah.
Is everyone with me there? Or?
Hey, well, it's possible now. Like you say, if he's demanded and he's bitched and moaned and he's got his chance now, and you've got to take it. If he carries on with it, so be it. But if we fall short and he's the striker, then you got to look at him, haven't you? Say we're in a position to get top 4 and we're in a final, and he's not firing. You're like that. What do I do for this final? He's not been firing for the last 5 games. Like, do we change this round? Or what?
Yeah, I mean, if he's to leave United, I don't see him playing for another team in the Premier League. There was rumours of Paris Saint-Germain being interested in him. I think depending on his form, it'd probably make more sense for a move for Marcus Rashford than it would for United. Given this current team, I don't think we've got good enough strikers to start getting rid of another one.
I definitely see United getting a new striker next year. I really do. I mean, I'll say I don't think Harry Kane will ever leave Spurs now.
There's talk about him possibly going Bayern Munich. I know it's talk due to his possible contract negotiations, but there is talk. Yes, Bruno. Penalty.
No.
It's the quality then of the delivery, though.
Yeah.
That's got to result in a goal there.
You square that back.
You see a lot more of
3-0.
this season compared to last season. This sort of one-touch football. This wasn't evident.
That's why I got frustrated. I did a chat the other day, and everyone was going on like, United just hit Liverpool and Arsenal on the counter attack, and it's like, whilst we did defend at times, our goals were good.
Yeah.
One of the goals was, which goal was it? Went through every player. Like every player touched the ball.
Was
like,
it the Liverpool one?
It might have been, yeah.
It started. We went forward, then we went back, and it started from the back.
Yeah.
Sausage had a winning now, by the way.
Oh, for God's sake! Van Dijk standing like he's Liam Gallagher from Oasis, and that Sancho goal.
Remember him getting compared to Rio and all that madness.
Baresi and stuff is ridiculous.
I think Liverpool may struggle this season for top 4.
I think they missed Sadio Mane.
Yeah, it's a big loss. That
Played.
The thing is with that Liverpool team, when the heads drop, they really do. So you know they can go on a run of no draws and
They
defeat.
lost like 5 on a spin at home, didn't they, recently?
Yeah, but you know they can go on a run of like 5-6 games winning straight. So
No, that's what I mean. So they're a confidence team. So you know that's why you sort of seeing the results that they had recently when United beat them. Although they absolutely battered Bournemouth.
Anyone can batter Bournemouth. I'm going to regret that. I'll retract that. That's Nottingham Forest. I sort of want Forest to stay up, but I just got a gripe with Dean Henderson. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well played.
At least the job's getting done. That's all that matters.
Luke Shaw's turning circle is awful, bro.
I can say that key game in Sociedad, that might be the key game at the top of the group.
I mean,
are we going to play all our games before the World Cup? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I think the group games, yeah.
So then everything's sorted till, was it February, April you play Europe again, isn't it?
February.
And it depends on where you like if you finish in the last 16 or.
If we finish second, where are you going to play that playoff? Early January. That's another game you don't need. I mean, it's like the Chelsea owner coming out with let's have a North-South All-Star game. You joking? I mean, Jurgen Klopp's reaction was class.
Yeah.
We wouldn't take it as seriously as Americans, so I don't think it's worth it. Oh, is that a penalty?
Free kick.
Free kick, is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's not serious.
Sure?
Nobody will take it serious. I'm not interested.
It's a money making.
It's just a testimonial. All it is. Where are you going to fit it in?
And it's like, I love how the chat started as, oh yeah, we could raise 200 million for the lower leagues. And it's like, let's say this plan actually happens. That bit's going to be forgotten about immediately.
Course,
no one's ever going to remember that's the starting point of the conversation.
Like we could.
It's like Brexit and the bus, isn't it? It's like we could give 300 million to our NHS. Yeah, but
we could.
We don't.
Yeah, and I've heard all the rumours last couple of days, Jim Ratcliffe, and I hope so God we rock the boat in the next few weeks.
I'm glad, with a bid. I try not to get carried away by the rumours of a buyout. But what I like about it this time is they're not going anywhere.
I know.
They consistently stay there. Maybe.
Yeah.
They've not come out and denied them, which they've done in the past, I think.
Yeah, and I think they are rattled. So that's good. Just keep this going.
I would not be the guy lying down.
I know.
At least he's covering.
I always get scared when someone jumps that they'll land on them.
Either side, that's a goal.
Keeper's allowed to move though, Andy.
I know, but if the ball was placed, they'll go.
I'm only joking.
Give up.
I like Malassi, every time I see him, he's very good.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. I mean, we're not seeing enough of Casemiro, but Malacia, Ericsson, and Martinez fit in straight away, aren't they? All of them.
I bet United's going to get mobbed after this. I bet they run on the pitch. The home fans. Somebody wants Ronaldo's shirt.
Yeah, how many players you reckon asked for Ronaldo's shirt?
He's already gone off, hasn't he? So he probably changed it now, but it's somewhere in the laundry.
Well, players do it during the game, don't they?
Oh, did he already go over and say,
they'll go like, you giving me that after the game, yeah. Nah, where's Zidane, bro? What the fuck is all this? Harry's made enough appearances.
2 minutes to
In
go.
fact, Harry's made more than enough appearances.
Oh, man. I think he's gone next summer, Harry Maguire.
I was going to make a joke then, and I just thought,
I think he's gone. He's not in the future plans. He'll just be...
He doesn't want it.
When he come on against Arsenal, oh, God, it's like even the clock stops on the scoreboard. It was weird in the stadium after we made it 3-1. It's like time stood still.
I hated that because I looked at the time and I thought, all right, 15 minutes left because that's what time we got stuck on, right? And then about 5 minutes later, I looked again and I thought, 15 minutes left. And then I thought, hold on a minute, it was 15 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago.
And it come on 84 minutes. I'm like, oh, God.
Where does Maguire go after United, though? Because you don't get in the top 4 teams.
Leicester.
Villa, maybe.
Burnley.
Maybe a Newcastle.
Newcastle's a shout.
Yeah. Everton, maybe. I don't know. If he's settled in the Northwest team.
Yeah.
Everton.
He knows now.
Tottenham?
Yeah, Tottenham's a shout, you know.
Not Chelsea, but yeah, Tottenham. Yeah, I definitely think he'll be gone next summer, but for half the price, unless we see a target from another team and use him.
Oh yeah,
as bait. Maybe Barcelona. So I can see why the young stays. The lifestyle. Don't know what you're going to do with myself for a month. It's like no football. Jeez.
It's mad that we went
What's
through,
your bet non-league next weekend?
You know, during the pandemic, how we got through so long without the match.
I know, it's an absolute joke. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have lost my marbles coming in here during lockdown. That actually got me out of the house. Not many people had that benefit.
I wouldn't put Southgate in a title, to be honest with you.
Oh, what was it? Paul Merson the other week. Graham Potter better than Ten Hag. Oh, gee, everyone's laughing me head off at that stage.
Yeah, he's a bellender, isn't he?
Hey, come on, square.
Oh my God, who was that?
Sancho, I think. Bad touch.
You've got a better touch than that, Andy.
30 seconds left.
Ronaldo's got them shin pads of his son.
Yeah, but he just put the inside of his shin pad on his lip.
I know.
Do you know the inside of your shin pad is the smelliest
Ronaldo, can I have your shirt? Zoo.
The smelliest part you can find after a game is the back of your shin pad. You know that? You ever smelt them?
Can't say I have.
I smell mine. They're fucking rank, bro. He just put his on his lip, bro.
He probably Febrezes him, doesn't he?
He'll have a new pad every game, wouldn't he?
We've won 2-0.
Good result.
We shot the sheriff.
But we did not shoot the deputy.
We're going to do a live review shortly, so make sure you're sticking with us for that. I'm going to get a reaction as well, which will be out very, very soon, so make sure you're back for that. Andy will be doing a reaction too, so make sure you're here for that. And apart from that, keep it locked. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to Scotty for joining us. You can subscribe to his and Jay's channel. We'll get a link in the description for you, Scotty and Motty on there. Andy Tate's got a channel as well. You can find his channel. Make sure you subscribe in there and keep it locked to Stretford Paddock. We'll be back with much, much more very, very soon.
Oh, that's a cracking picture.